yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Council of Creators, episode 96. We're so close to episode 100. It's scary. It's so scary.
We're almost there.
Almost there. Chainsaw Reacts, of course. Taz is back. Welcome back, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
Of course, Big Belly Burger. Love that shirt. Love it. Jealous of the shirt, to be honest with you.
Got to represent.
It's funny. I didn't even plan that. I wore a Flash shirt, so there's that. Ronan, welcome back, sir.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Hey, man.
This should be an interesting talk.
Well, we'll see. Defro, welcome back, man. What's up?
What's up, man? Can you hear me good?
Oh, yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I haven't used the mic in a while, so I wasn't making sure that it's connected correctly.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's the one thing I hate about StreamYard specifically. Sometimes I'll go and we're live and not realize, oh, my mic isn't selected. Like I should always double check that. Now I'm actually double checking it now again. Because there'll be times where I'll like join something and it's like not selected. I'm like, select the Yeti. It's right. It's been connected.
Mm-hmm.
Full bar.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the browser.
I think it has to do with like Windows changing defaults. So like if you're unplugging your microphone constantly, it'll change what your default input device is. Like I don't always have my webcam plugged in, but when I plug that in, for whatever reason, the webcam becomes the default audio device and not my audio interface. So you have to swap it around and
There's several times I've recorded a video in OBS, and because I did an update before I did the video, it defaulted to the webcam mic instead of the mic that I have here. So I always have to make sure it goes back.
There's some setting too, is like something like allow Windows to take exclusive control of this device. I always turn that off, and then it won't like auto swap things or adjust volume or anything for you. Like it's a set it and forget it at that point. Yeah,
that is frustrating. Like I know like when I've updated OBS or even times when I don't even update OBS, like it'll say like nothing's moving on the mic. I'm like, what the fuck? And I go and look at the actual like selection for the mic and nothing's selected. I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah. I didn't unplug it. I don't, nothing. It's like nothing's selected. It's like, well, you don't even give me an option. It's like
computers, man.
Discord. I know sometimes Discord does that to me on the desktop app. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like I've never switched between mics and whatnot.
This is fair.
It's like sometimes it just plays the game of, okay, let's pick the worst audio input device and, you know.
And it's always the webcam.
Mm-hmm.
Or like,
I don't know. I don't
the
know
mic
why.
that's on the computer. Yeah.
And so who uses the webcam microphone anymore? Like
people that don't know audio.
Nobody.
It sounds like you're at the back of the bus. trying to yell.
Yeah, I mean,
you're trying to yell up the front. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're on a laptop, even like, Bluetooth your AirPods and it'll sound better.
Dude, I even feel bad with my Bluetooth headphones sometimes. When I go back and listen, I'm like, God damn it, I shouldn't have. Sometimes it's easier just to have your phone and just be talking like this.
Oh,
it's more clear, sadly.
Honestly, phone microphone, if you're in a decently quiet area, it sounds great.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always before I started using like my computer to record shit, I would just use my phone back in the day, just having a stand. It would just be whatever iPhone mic to capture me in the room. Like that's what it was. Because I was always like, and that's the thing, like you don't know how loud you're going to be to that mic because you have no idea. Versus when you're playing the trailer and then I'm trying to sync it up in post. Like, wow, this is really low. But then I can add the audio and find the sync point where it's the same. So I can. But then if it's too loud, I can't fix it.
Yeah, well, that's why you always want to have your audio input be lower than you expect. You can always raise audio in post. It's really tough to bring down audio that's peaking in post.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've had the issue where the episode's too loud, and I'm trying to find, try to use Audacity to kind of...
Yeah, you can't, and try to compress it, but it doesn't sound great if you do that. And that's why, again, I always, anytime I'm recording into just recording the audio, it's anywhere between I think -18 and -9 is my input, and then I just boost it in post just to be on the safe side.
It's fair. Yeah. It's still a balancing act for me at times because the way I do it, obviously I don't have my headphones on. I know a lot of people react wise, they put headphones on for the audio, but I just put my freaking the speakers right behind the mic to pick up audio because I don't wear headphones. So I look over here at like my OBS, some other screen, okay, it's audio, and that's what people don't see behind the scenes. That people are like, well, okay, how do I start a YouTube channel? I'm like, well, if you want to get into this, there's a lot of ways to go about it, but your biggest issue is going to be, besides copyright problems, if you're doing like TV and movies, is audio.
Yeah,
because if you're because everyone will point out, oh, the audio's too low. Like, what? Okay.
Yeah, if somebody were to ask me what is more important, audio or visual or video, it's audio, 100%. If you can't set a video out in the background and not look at it and still, listen to it, then you've got, something great. If you can still just kind of listen to it like a podcast. But great visuals with horrible audio, most people are going to click off in the first 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, because the main thing is, even though you're watching it, it's the audio. Like if you,
it has to be pleasing to the ears.
If it's uncomfortable, no one's going to listen to it. That's why music. Yeah, that's why I think music is so unique in that sense, because it's all audio. Like it has to be like, that's why it's hard.
Audio storytelling.
It's hard for me to get into stuff that's like production quality is crap. I understand there's a certain niche to it, like in the genre of metal, there's a thing called black metal, and that very specific niche genre, the production quality is supposed to be bad. It's supposed to be underground, and I'm like, it just doesn't sound good. And I just can't, and I can't get into it. And so I think that's, that's a very tricky thing, is to find that balance of having something come across a piece and people are going to listen to. Visuals,
even if it's lower budget, at least it has a sign of like unboundless like potential. It's like, okay, as long as it was engaging wise, even though it's not as known or it's not as high fancy, if it hooks people, you're already set. That's the big thing.
Yeah. I mean, you see how many people blow up by just, recording a video on their phone of them talking about something. No B-roll, no extra fancy editing. It's just either they said something funny or they talked about something important. And, all that to say as well is, if anybody is looking to get into creating content, you don't need fancy equipment. I started recording videos with a headset microphone and using the PS4 editing Share Factory. That was how I started. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was just gaming videos on Share Factory, and I would just talk over gameplay. It was awful. And then you slowly learn. You get a blue snowball. You start actually like learning how to use Sony Vegas and everything. And the rest is history.
It's a throwback snowball. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah,
dude.
That blue snowball, greatest Christmas gift of all time. Greatest, that kickstarted everything. I felt like when I got that snowball, I was like, I can conquer the world.
I remember when I got the snowball, and then I got a arm that connected to my like freaking desk so that I could have it. When you see those videos, for some reason, I thought, wow, this is really going to push my fucking content in the right direction. I'm going to become more professional. Hell no. But it got me at least more into like, okay, audio is very important, because it was just like, okay, whatever mic that I had with my freaking phone, which I think the visuals was better, but it's like the audio is like kind of spacey. And I'm noticing that when I do like TikTok, like I did my TikTok review for Superman, just kind of gave my thoughts for 2 minutes on TikTok. I'm filming in my kitchen on the iPhone, and even though it's just me and it's silence, it's still spacey, the audio, because I'm in a bigger room that's like but so
sounds
all
that.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about, I've got all this junk on my walls, right? I don't have a singular styrofoam panel, but it sounds like I'm in a recording studio because I've got all that padding, But if you're in an empty room, then it's a lot tougher. You need
it's gonna bounce off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
just buy more movies. And
do what he did. Just buy like hundreds of movies. Well, that's also even another thing I was thinking about too. You're talking about budget. Like nowadays, low budget films, they visually can look really cool. The audio is the hardest thing to get. Like when I was making my Star Wars fan films, we could visually get there a bit, but the audio
Yeah.
was the biggest issue that
I mean,
we had.
that's a lot of times
you
what
know,
separates like, fan films or like, short films, that sort of thing, from actual like high production stuff, is it's tough to replicate that audio. And even in like professionally done things, the amount of times, you're going through watching a CW show and you're just like,
this hire got the boom mic.
It's not in the
yeah,
budget.
Not in the
Yeah.
budget.
It's just not a boom
Yeah.
mic unless it somehow comes into the frame every now and again.
Yeah, it's like,
did someone say boom?
Yeah. Oh god.
That's why sometimes I agonize in the editing, because I'm like, all right, I like what I did, but even before I start pressing the not the publishing, but like rendering and making the video itself, I take so long because I'm like, let me hear that again. Did the music cue sound right? Does the trailer sound
God.
good? Is there any delay?
Overanalyzing.
The amount of times I've re-recorded the same line 50 times just because I hear like a little, like a mouth click, or like I say something weird, or it just like, oh, it sounds like I did this little thing, and it just like, you get in your head about that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but that's at a certain point I just like stopped caring about. The only thing I worry about, like the audio issue or a visual thing, is if I bleh or something, or I cough, like I'm cutting that out. Like
The phone starts to ring on you in the middle.
my phone's always on silent. Like I literally had never had that thing ringing. I just can't. No,
I thought I had mine on silent one time, but the alerts were still on.
Oh,
And so,
That
somebody
happens,
texted me right in the
yeah.
middle of it, and I hear that sucker go on. I'm like, God, I got to start all over again.
yeah. At this point now, what my biggest problem is, even though I'm upstairs, it's my dog barking at something outside downstairs. That
A
just
dog
someone walking on the road.
barking, somebody decides to mow the lawn or blow some leaves, or a truck goes by, a train goes by,
I will say though,
planes.
like this thing here, like I have my tower fan running in here because it's like 80 degrees up here, freaking in Michigan, and I mean you could probably hear it a little bit comparatively to what it used to be with, like, say, like a snowball mic. It's not picking up hardly anything. Like it used to be, where when I first started using the tower fan a couple weeks ago, because I had to, I would address it in the video. But if now I'm like, okay, there's no reason to bring it up. Like if someone's like, oh, what's that noise? Like, I could barely hear it in post. But I'm always worried, like, man, it's probably gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
But I don't want to die up here.
That's the beauty of a dynamic microphone, though, is it's made to be very discerning and only pick up what's in front of it. Anything outside of it, and you should be golden.
A firework factory. Tyler, I just don't think they're a fan of your content, man. They're not a fan.
They're like, all right, he's live. All right, cool.
Well, that's why I prefer. That's why I
you
prefer
saw a
to
screener?
record it at night, because it's quiet.
But fireworks, as he said, fireworks, like that's the one issue during the year, because around here, fireworks is a big thing in here in Michigan. So like literally from like that Tuesday up until that Friday of the 4th, and even like 2 days afterwards, fireworks.
Same.
Yeah.
Like the weekends, I I'm already working, but B, if a trailer drops or something is worthy of like doing a stream, I worry because I know all my neighbors are gonna get drunk and there's families visiting, and I'm like, oh man, I hope while I'm watching a cool trailer, I don't just start hearing Spanish music or like cars racing up and down. I was just like, oh no, it's gonna fucking.
I'll tell you this though, I forget what trailer it was. I probably could find it. So my roof was getting redone shortly after I moved in. They dropped that a Minecraft trailer, and I was home for lunch and I was recording it. And then towards the end, I heard because they got back from their lunch and they're stepping on the roof. I'm like, oh shit, because I didn't even think about that. I'm like, okay, so you could hear a little bit of it. And then I think at one point too, like it was raining really bad once. I'm like, oh wow, I'm like looking around like, holy crap, it's getting really bad out there. Yeah,
it adds to the ambiance. Yeah.
Makes it feel alive. We're not AI people. We're real things are happening in the world.
Yeah. We won't fuck up unless we intentionally fuck up. Nah, that's not AI. Nah.
Oh, the amount of times I fuck up an intro to get a video started. Oh god, I hate myself. I really just hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back. And then I'll say something. I'm like, nope. Start all over again. Try again. Like,
but hey, I mean, streaming has taught me to just keep going. If you mess up, you just keep going and you roll with the flow.
Canon.
Lance, I'll see you later. Yeah. I should probably put out a compilation of all the fuck ups. It'd be hours of content.
It'd be great. Just for join members.
You just start. It's a swear off. You're like, God fucking damn it! Hello, everybody. I'm Chainsaw,
motherfucker. Draven, I've actually done that. Like where I've actually uploaded a fake intro that I forgot that I thought I cut to the right one. Oh, I hate that.
Oh, that's why I render it out and then I watch it before I upload it. Like I gotta watch the whole thing one more time. As long as it's not like an hour-long video, then I'm just like, all right, it is what it is at that point.
Well, if you know what Colonel said 2 weeks ago in the show, then you know that was
oh god,
that was a horrible thing to say, but it was funny. It was funny.
It was something.
Well,
But
I'm
that's
glad
but
I don't
yeah,
know
but
it then.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like for me, once I get an intro past the point of where I'm good, I don't have to worry about watching all of it. I just got to know at least like at this point when I'm watching a trailer, I know if I'm going to cut the trailer off before it actually stops or starts playing something else or whatever. So I don't have to worry about that. But like if the intro fucks up, man, I got to go and make sure. Look at the audio. Okay, is there a stop? Because what I do is if I fuck up, I pause for a few seconds just so I see where everything stops. So I know, okay, there is a break.
Yep.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Like this is not the right one.
Sometimes if I not necessarily mess something up, but I say it, I get to the end of it, I'm like, I don't know if I liked that or not. I'll just re-record the whole segment, and sometimes I'll just combine the two of them. Like sometimes I have a good intro, but I kind of trailed off at the end, and I said it a little bit more concise in the second one. So okay, so we'll take the beginning bit of the first one that we liked, the end bit of the the second one, and then combine the two of them together, and you've got yourself the perfect intro / outro / whichever portion of the video you need at that point.
Yeah, I've tried to get into doing just audio only content. I've tried it. It's just like a lot of work. Like it's just like like I don't know. Cuz like for me it's like okay, do I want to record all this audio cuz that would be like perfect and concise. It takes a lot more time.
Yeah.
And is the result really going to even matter, right? Cuz I could do the same kind of video in a video format. Like I'm thinking back on like okay, my rant on when Batgirl got canceled a few years ago. That was just like in the cuff, like in the moment, screaming and yelling for 6 minutes, almost 7,000 views. If I would done like an audio more breakdown, it would have taken way longer to put out. So I'm like,
100%, 100%. And I've had to learn that the hard way as well. Is like videos take 2-3 weeks sometimes if I wanted like video essay style it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if hey, Superman's coming out, cool, let's go see the movie. Let's sit down in front of the camera for 10-15 minutes, record something. Post it, get it up while it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you've seen it, Chainsaw. Have you seen the movie yet?
Superman?
Yes, I know you've seen it because you put a review out on.
Spoilers: he flies.
Boom.
I heard
Scoop.
Clark Kent is actually Superman.
That's
Whoa.
actually not. They actually disproved that in the movie.
Oh, really?
You want to know who it is?
It's got to be Jimmy Olsen.
It's Pa Kent.
Ah.
I heard he was. I heard he was from Kansas.
Well, I don't want to speak out of turn, but
He sure does stow a lot there.
he sure does go by there quite a bit. What's happening there? Yeah. I did see the movie. Yeah, last night. My wife actually, I had to drive an hour to go see it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, because the only screening for Regal, like kind of what RPX, whatever, was an hour away, which sucks. So I had to drive the hour there, and then I told my wife, okay, I'll drive there, and then I'll drive back. Well, that means I can't record my review right out of the theater. I'm like, fuck. So I rushed home to get it out by 10:30. I'm like, I don't want to wait till 11 or next day. I want to get this out tonight. So that was frustrating, but we got it done. It's fine. And funny enough, the last time I went to an RPX screening of a movie and seeing a movie for the first time, because I just don't do RPX or these IMAX. I just don't do them because it's never really been interested in them. The last time I went to an RPX, like big quality screening, Man of Steel.
Wow.
It's so weird.
Poetic.
It's so weird. It wasn't planned. It's just like, I remember like it was like, I think 2 weeks after the film came out. A friend was, and I hadn't seen him. My friend's like, hey, you want to go see Superman? I didn't realize he booked RPX tickets. I'm like, okay, cool. And so we went, and I'm like, oh, and then I remember specifically the seats, like in the theater in North Carolina, was like kind of pushed forward a bit. So it's kind of weird. I couldn't really lean him back. I'm like, the fuck is this? And the screen was bigger, and I'm like, okay. And then that's the first time I watched the movie. I'm like, all right. Like I didn't really think about it. And all of a sudden now I'm watching Superman. Like
Yeah.
it's just such a weird. And these seats were better though. I'll say that. Like they're better. Who is anybody really watch RPX or IMAX stuff? Really?
Man, it varies, man, because IMAX is a little costlier. Sometimes I even go for Dolby Atmos at points just because of seating and all that stuff. But like, yeah, I think for the longest time I would do. Well, here in Arizona, they call it Cine One, which is kind of like IMAX, but it's not officially IMAX. It's a big ass screen, but generally for big movies, if it's especially with effects and all that stuff, or something like Nolan, I tend to go for the big screen. Indie stuff, smaller stuff that's not too popular, I don't mind watching it at a regular auditorium size screen.
Yeah, but I think the IMAX, the last one I've seen, because it's pretty far away from where I live, was Beowulf. Actually, it was.
Yeah,
that was a while
yeah.
back.
The CGI kind of.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that one.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And that was actually kind of cool in IMAX. I mean, that was pretty decent. But
Nice.
yeah, I know what you're talking about with the seats. They kind of like lean your head right into it.
Yeah, it's really weird. Took his Batman out. Like, was he surprised because it's Bruce Wayne or something? Like, they just kind of
no,
No, you got to watch it on your Samsung smart fridge. I think that's how.
Ooh, that's even better.
That's
No,
how the gun intended it to be fired.
Yeah, no, watch it on the Alexis. Like how they give up the idea of like, oh, use Alexis to play Skyrim or some shit.
I'm gonna watch it on my Apple Watch.
Ooh. I'm gonna watch it on my Nintendo DS.
Ooh.
Even more fucking. Yeah,
See, I had to go 45 minutes away myself to go see 28 Years Later because my local would not play it.
Really?
That's
because that's a hard R.
Oh,
for them.
okay.
Okay.
They didn't want to play it, and then after watching it, I kind of realized, yeah, they were probably not going to play that.
Yeah, I live in a small town, so I'm surprised that they play like a lot of the big films because there's like hardly anyone goes unless it's like the weekends. So when I've been to see films on Thursday night preview, it's like there's no one there. I'm like, oh, this is like well, I don't know how this place is still open. Then I see over the weekend when I like drive by, oh, okay, they're packed on the weekends because these are small. This is a small town, probably families and shit. So.
Yeah, my theater's been kind of hit or miss. Like some things, you know, it's fairly packed for. Other movies, especially if you go after a couple weeks, like it's fairly empty. I'll go back and forth on IMAX. Like I think it's really great to see, you know, big movies on it. I think when I saw Deadpool and Wolverine the second time, I saw that in IMAX, and then the last thing I saw before that might have been Endgame. Like it was that long, you know, since I had seen it in IMAX. And again, I just think sometimes the ticket price isn't worth it.
Yeah, that's the
normal screens. The normal screens are so good nowadays anyway. I'm just like, you know what? I'm in a theater. I'm getting the experience. It's better than watching it on my TV or on my phone at home. So, but it sounds like Superman is really, really good. So I think I'm gonna try to see it in IMAX.
I would recommend it. Now, obviously, I'm probably gonna be stupid for saying this. Regular screenings, they have the black bars and shit. I got to see the full like screen.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's certainly a difference. There's certainly a difference. Like if you put the two next to each other, you get a lot more. There's a lot more movie there. And I can usually justify it by saying, all right, well, I'm just not going to get snacks.
Sometimes it happens because you're too engaged in the movie that you're not even eating what you order for not.
Well, no, especially with a movie like this, like I don't want to be distracted, right? Like I want to, you know, fully.
That's fair.
You know, digest everything and then like immediately write down my thoughts afterwards while the credits are rolling. You know,
you bring you a TV tray and you set it right in front of you with a chair that's got
hell yeah. It gets right into it. Like you're right.
I'm excited.
I
don't know
was
when.
Surprised how it gets right into it. I'm like,
okay.
I've heard really good things. I've heard people that were very skeptical going into it say today, like, oh my gosh, I actually really love this movie. Go see it. I was wrong. You know, so that makes me very excited for it. I tried to get myself away from a lot of the marketing, tried to avoid as much as I could about it, but it was very tough to because they actually did very well with marketing this movie.
Everywhere.
But it seems like all the marketing really doesn't show much at all.
Okay.
And once you actually have the context of the film itself, it shows it in a whole different light. So I'm excited. My biggest thing is, will this end up being one of my favorite Superman movies? Because the only real ones that I have to compare it to are obviously Man of Steel, and then I'm actually a really big fan of Superman Returns. Like, I know that's a really kind of a hot take, but I would say Superman Returns is kind of like was my Superman movie growing up. So if it can kind of live up to that in some way, I've heard the comparisons to the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. You know, I think we're in for a treat there. I just don't know how this is gonna top Tyler Hoechlin's Superman. Like, Superman and Lois.
That's a
was
high bar.
Peak.
Yeah, from
Superman.
what I've heard, yeah.
It's a high
Well,
bar.
can you tell me one thing?
Mm.
Does Nathan Fillion get a different haircut in the movie?
Can't speak about that.
That's
But
spoilers.
what I will say is this. And it's not spoilers because he's in the movie, obviously. We know he's in the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
I liked his portrayal of the character.
Okay.
I'll leave it like that. And I guess
I think they picked the worst haircut from the comics to give him though. That's
That's
they-
fair.
It's accurate, man.
but
That is,
okay,
look at that.
okay,
Look at
just-
that.
I know. I hate that.
yeah, understandable. Based on what we know about this movie, that is not spoilers. James Gunn is going for Silver Age, 100%. Like, that's what he's doing. So, if you're going in looking for a fun time, you're looking for, there's a lot of story. Like, when I say they drop you in, they drop you in. Like, you're in to win it. The one thing that I think, besides like little nitpicks here and there, my biggest thing is a lot of times I always say, like, I think films are too long at points. This film's too short. We needed another 15, 20 minutes potentially, or at least a few more scenes, because I do think there are some things that they cut out that I think could have maybe made it better. But what it is, it's jam-packed and it's going. And you don't like start fiddling on your phone, or as you're saying, don't get distracted, because
You know what the perfect troll would be? James Gunn releases a Blu-ray version of this, and it's the Snyder Cut version.
I'm not going to lie to you. He might release a director's cut. If
He
this
calls
does
it a
well.
Snyder Cut.
Calls it the Gun cut.
No,
Oh,
we gotta call it the Snyder Cut. Just to screw with everybody.
The James cut. The gun was fired extended cut. Or whatever the fuck, those stupid hashtags. Oh yeah, Darren brought this up. I forgot. I saw this. So they're doing another Night in the Museum movie. Yeah, I heard about this.
It's
With
gonna
new
suck.
cast.
Wasn't Robin Williams in the last two, or just the first one?
The last three. When they did
They did the cartoon.
Didn't they do like
three?
yeah, they did a trilogy of the live action. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was all three. I know they did like an animated one a couple years ago or something for Disney Plus. I know obviously he wasn't in that one, but yeah, they did three. Yeah. And I think this makes sense. If they're going to do another one, you don't need to bring back, old cast. Just do something new.
Yeah.
The gun is uncut. My gun is getting longer cut. That's what I love. See, that's the freaking cut with Luthor. I love Versus. I love that picture. That's so fucking funny. But yeah, you saw Ronin, right?
I did see it. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it was something.
Yeah.
It was. I really. Yeah. Again, non-spoilery. The movie ended, and I was just like, I had a blast. And I think it's fun enough. I think me and Jordan share a lot of the similar thoughts. I know me and Adam Hlavik also share similar thoughts. I know me and Late to the Party shared a lot of similar thoughts. So it was fascinating to see how much a lot of us went into it, let down, but like, yeah, we had a blast. There are some stuff to discuss once a lot of people have seen it. But, and I don't know if I told you this, Jordan, but it felt like a good to great Superman the Animated Series episode. And I was like, you know what? If you can get me feeling back to the DC animated universe, we're going in the right direction. And I think that there's a lot to look forward to it. And again, I think it should lead to very fascinating convos along the way. And hopefully,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing. Conversations.
Yeah.
Like because I bet there's gonna be a couple things that are gonna be a lot of people's like go-to thing that works.
Yeah.
And then you have the other things that are kind of in that gray area, like, well, we'll see. I mean, like, I think based on, like, the marketing did a great job of highlighting the tone of this movie. Like, I really do think that those trailers did great with that. So,
Do you think Fantastic Four has a chance?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, based off what people are watching the first 30 minutes today, and people are saying it's fucking great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it does have a shot. So
I just never seen Fantastic Four as a big hitter as far as summer blockbuster. If you get my drift,
that's
when
fair.
I think of summer blockbuster, I think Superman, Batman, X-Men, that type of thing.
I think in terms of what we've got in the past, sure, but I feel like the concept can work because The Incredibles proved that to be the case, and I think now that we've gone through the phases of like Hollywood and people accepting that like people are going to wear costumes and we're going to embrace the books for where they are, and that we can maybe finally lead into what made these characters and stories so engaging and so readable, likable. Like the fact that like I'll never forget it. I remember seeing that first concept art poster of the cast announced, and I remember Pedro putting up on his Instagram with the Beatles song "All You Need to Love," and I was like, if the font is looking this good, if the cast is this good, and they're sticking to that '60s aesthetic that I love, that retro futuristic stuff. And from what I've seen of the trailers and T-spots, it feels like genuine people trying to do the best they can with the time they're at and with this imminent threat that's coming along the way. So I feel like, yeah, the FF First Steps has a great chance to be the second punch of this summer of like good comic book related films. And like that's, to me, if everything lines up right, it'll be a celebrated month in the history of DC and Marvel between both companies and what they've done in live action form with these two brands that like, it's like, yo, let's nail this because both of these are foundational. Obviously Superman and DC, and then FF. They are the group that made Marvel what it is today. You can say this is the stuff that over triumphed them and made it more popular, but like without the FF, Marvel's not where it's at right now.
Well, I'm just happy that this summer that 28 days later, 28 years later, made double its budget back, so there'll be a second and third movie because it's supposed to be like a trilogy on that. I absolutely loved that movie. It reminded me why I liked the first one so much, of the way it was filmed, and that added sense of the alphas in it and stuff. Reminded me of like Attack on Titan shit. And the way they're running towards you, that shit creeped me the hell out. Should have been called 28 Dangly Bits Later, though. So.
Have you all seen this clip? This clip is fantastic.
I haven't seen it. I've been trying to avoid the clip, but go for it. Yeah,
I won't play it then. It's fine. It's basically the I Herald Galactus, like the line from the trailer. It's just like more of a, but this clip alone sets the tone. Like I think it really sets like how serious that like this, this movie is probably going to be. Not saying like, oh, there's not going to be no funny moments. I feel like that's going to be a part of it. It's just like, yeah, like I think they've done it better. I think she looks better. Like they've definitely touched up her freaking
just that close up, dude. Like I look at her close up shot, and I'm like, that feels like something that Jack Kirby would draw. Except in the comics, it would be all white eyes. But like that, the fact that like, oh.
Well, I also noticed too when I was watching it yesterday for the reaction, like I had it on HD, like 1080p, but like I could see the pixelization because they were condensing and compressing it for the YouTube. So I'm like, man, I can't, because apparently the people who saw the 30-minute like footage that was being shown today, I'm like, that's weird. Like it's the timing of Marvel letting people see 30 minutes of the movie. They said that the Silver Surfer stuff looks fantastic on a big screen. I'm like, and fantastic. Like they were loving it. Yeah.
They're finally putting money into real CG now instead of just like, because I was starting to wonder for a while there, it looked like CG was going backwards with the, you know what I mean? Like I was watching stuff from 2004, 2005 that looked just as good as the stuff from like a year ago.
Well,
And
yeah,
it's like, this is weird. It's supposed to get better, not stay the same or go backwards.
well, I think the whole thing is like the timing of when stuff had to get done, right?
Yeah. And they just threw things together, and it wasn't. It just didn't look right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And it varies on who's directing and how like they can look at the lens or look at the shot and be like, is it good or is this good enough? And
Look at that shit.
Oh yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How many years
That
ago
will
was
still
that?
be like the best CG of like the pinnacle of CG. That and like early Transformers, I feel like.
I really like.
Yeah.
I remember I was blown away seeing the first teaser or first trailer of War of the Planet of the Apes and how they made Caesar and those apes riding those horses realistic. And I was like, and again, this was a trailer, and I'm like, they look that good? They look that fucking good? And I was just like, and it was again fur in the snow, and so yeah, I love what they did with that film.
Well, one of the first times I ever saw a movie where I thought CG should have not been used was I Am Legend. You ever with Will Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dark
Oh
Seekers.
yeah.
It looks like he's being chased by cartoons almost in some scenes.
Yeah. I mean, but that was still very early CG. Like it
But
was.
I always thought they should have just kept it to the kept it practical effects for that movie. That probably would have been a little bit better off.
What helps the movie is that like most of the time when you see the Dark Seekers, they're in the shade or in the shadows or at that night, so you can't, that's what helps that movie at that point. But yeah, for the most part, practical effects always. Here's the weird thing: there's some directors who use both and know how to use them well. That way, the practical can hide some of the CG that may or may not hold up, and then some of the CG may enhance the practical that's there, and that doesn't look like somebody in a suit. It looks like an actual character there.
Yeah. I think in the best and worst way possible, I think really one of the very few filmmakers to blend the two of them very well is George Lucas. He kind of pioneered the modern age of CG, but everything started with practical sets, practical effects, little, small models, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I branched into the new way that we do things. Like the prequels started production in the late 90s, like, and we had full CG sets, and they look fairly good. Like think about how bad CG in certain movies can look nowadays. Like I just recently watched Captain America 4. Certain places CG looks great. Other places it looks like it was filmed on a $50 Elgato green screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Taz.
Going back too many times in the refilming this what.
Do you? Yeah, that they need to work on that
floating
design.
heads.
Yeah.
And think about how the Iron Man suit started looking. How did Iron Man look worse as we progressed?
I've been saying this from the get-go.
2008 movie still looks, in some ways, the best. Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2
I remember from Scooby-Doo.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. The last great Iron Man suit that I love was Avengers, the first one.
Yes.
But yeah,
It's practical. Yeah.
Do you guys know which the Star Wars movie that has the most models in it and model effects?
Ooh.
Empire.
I feel like it's one that you wouldn't expect.
I
would say let's say Return of the Jedi.
Okay, what about you, Defro?
That has the most model effects?
Yeah, and models in it.
Are you saying like they had to use actual models for the scenes themselves? Yeah. I'm going way back and say something like Clash of the Titans or something like that.
I was talking about Star Wars.
Oh, you're just going straight Star Wars. Yeah, I'm going to go half Empire Strikes Back just because of all the ads and stuff like that.
Phantom Menace is the one that had the most models.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would never have guessed that.
Yeah.
Well, but that makes sense of like, think about how vast like Naboo was.
Oh, yeah, I forget
those shots. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the most models one. I was shocked when I first. I'm like, really? And they're like, yep. A lot of
crazy.
times,
that's crazy, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, in the case of Jar Jar, they used they had that weird ass little
Oh, the helmet
Yeah.
for
the
his face.
helmet with a Jar Jar head on the top
Yeah,
of it, so
yeah.
he could. Oh my god!
But
I just
again, that's
watched
better
behind the
than
scenes stuff of that.
that's
It's
so
funny.
much better than like, all right, hey, here's a tennis ball.
Yeah,
There's a big tennis ball on a stick. That's Thanos.
Yeah, at least I remember they kind of still do that with mocap. Like I know when I see the making of Infinity War Endgame, Jaws is in the suit. He's in the suit, the mocap suit, doing his thing, whatnot. But for eyeline, to make sure people know how much distance and how big Thanos is, they made a
Yeah,
big
like a
plastic
big,
carving
yeah.
of his face, so people know where
Mhm.
the eyeline is at. And I love
Yeah.
that, which is difficult,
Yeah.
but like that's how you make it look that like not only is he trying to look realistic, but everybody else can sense and isn't throwing at people and be like, why are they looking down at his crotch when his head is over there? And it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. The whole scene on the ice planet. That was
On
what I was,
Hoth?
what I was thinking about for Empire.
Yeah.
That had to take a lot of models to pull.
Oh
that
yeah.
off.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, that's how they used to do. I mean, the Tauntaun. I can't imagine
I was
how
gonna
many
say the
hours
Tauntaun.
it took him to shoot the Tauntaun moving through the desert and just.
Mhm.
Oh.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure what this means, but this just popped up. It happened earlier today, but apparently James Gunn has spoke with Ryan Coogler. I don't know about
Yeah.
what. I don't know what
Oh,
that
I think
means.
they were talking about how they were at I think they were at a premiere. It was in the Dax Shepard podcast, if I'm not mistaken. I was
Oh.
listening to it, but that they had talked at a premiere, if you will, and how James Gunn his memory of where they were at and what they were doing is different than what actually happens. That he said that happens to him a lot with a lot of these stuff that is in the public and doing these premieres and these out open events and whatnot. But hey man, if he's talking, if he wants to talk to Ryan Coogler to do something with DC, I don't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I mean, because like if Ryan came over, I don't know what he would do.
You know what? I
want him to do something unexpected.
Martian Manhunter.
Oh shit!
I didn't want to. Yeah.
I think that could work.
Ooh. Okay, wait. Who do you cast though? Fuck.
I don't know. I'm in the camp right now of I want unknowns.
Okay.
Oh, you know
I
who
want
would make a good
relatively
one?
unknowns.
I just had an idea.
Go for it.
Winston Duke.
No, the answer is always.
Oh,
Nicolas
I like
Cage.
that.
Winston Duke is
Interesting.
Martian
I like
Manhunter.
that.
Okay.
You know who I had in mind? What's his name? From Alien Romulus, the guy who plays the droid, Andy, David Johnson. For me, he was a standout of that movie. Like he took that movie by the spot, and I loved what he could do there. And what did I watch recently? I watched the New Frontier, the animated film of Justice League that's based on Darwin Cook's stuff, and there's the element that they just focus on Martian, on John Jones, and I'm like,
Yeah.
there's a whole lot you could do with that character right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, once you see it, you'll know what I mean about like how excited I am about the future of DCEU, because you can literally do anything. You don't have to do the usual suspects right now. You can literally go out and fill out the rest of the universe, and it'd be just as exciting and thrilling, in my opinion.
So I'm gonna say something super random, but I just recently watched the animated Crisis on Infinite Earths movies.
Oh,
I really liked how Matt Ryan's Constantine ended up being a big through line of that, relating back to the old DC animated universe. Imagine we get some sort of through line like that where there's a character that remembers the old timeline, the old regime, and kind of introduces that as an idea in this new universe. And wouldn't it be crazy if they used Matt Ryan's Constantine again, right? Because he was in the Arrowverse. He was in animation. He's had his own, series, his own animated movies and, animated projects and things like that. Imagine that ends up being the through line connecting everything. That again, Constantine is like, I'm here at the start and the end of every DC incarnation. Basically, Constantine is eternal. And then, I don't know, he could interact with Keanu Reeves Constantine, too, for fun.
Well, I think there already is one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I have a suspicion, too, as well.
I think it's pretty... I think
Please
it's clear.
Please don't tell me it's Peacemaker.
I didn't say nothing. I'm just saying I think that there will be one. Because based on what James Gunn has kind of stated, that there are some characters that are going to be kind of returning... And we know that we're getting a Blue Beetle, right? We know we're getting a Zolo back for Blue Beetle. We're pretty sure that we're probably going to get maybe Margot Robbie back as Harley. There's one of them is going to remember something. Something's going to happen.
Jared Leto's Joker. He thinks he's Morbius.
I know who it is.
Oh, God.
It's going to be Colonel.
Yeah.
That's who it's going to be. It's going to be him.
Colonel.
Yeah, man.
What's up, guys?
Oh, Chris Pratt as Constantine, you take my money right now. No.
But you don't want Keanu back? What's up?
It's me, Constantine. Oh no, I'm just
Which they're doing Garfield 2 with him, and then Mario 2. I'm like, God damn it!
I still want my Justice League Dark movie. Give me Constantine, give me Etrigan, give me Zatanna. Like, you know, the whole crew.
Yeah, I want
Dead
Dark
Man.
Universe. I want Dark Universe. And it's funny, James even addressed the fact that everyone has been saying online, "Oh, Guillermo del Toro wanted to do Justice League Dark." It's like, I talked to Guillermo del Toro. He never talks about it. I'm like, okay, but if they're to do Justice League Dark, because you're introducing Swamp Thing, it has to be Guillermo del Toro. Like, that'd be the best choice.
That'd be really cool.
Or honestly, he's not directing it; he's just writing on it. Get Mike Flanagan to do Justice League Dark.
With that ensemble,
because he's just writing Clayface. He's not directing it. You might as well fucking get him doing Justice League Dark.
And you know these guys are friends. You guys know these are nerds and whatnot. So like, and James Mangold has said it clearly that he's not interested in making an expanded universe with Swamp Thing. He just wants to tell the story of the Swamp Thing. And he said he's fine if somebody takes the character and goes another direction. So
after it's done,
If James Mangold, they told, hey James, you'll do Swamp Thing, but after that, Del Toro's gonna do take Swamp Thing with Justice League Dark. He'd be like, Del Toro, I'm in.
Yeah, you're gonna get Bride. You're gonna get some of those characters.
Oh
yeah. You're gonna get them. Yeah.
Speaking of all the nerds being friends, I'm gonna drop a bomb real quick. What did everybody think of the James Gunn, Zack Snyder,
Rick and Morty
clip? Yeah, I think that just ended the whole debate. Discuss.
The debate.
BRB.
The debate will continue.
Yeah, people will be wearing the tinfoil hat and be like, "These are variants." No, they were forced in. They took a paycheck, and when I was like, "No, no." If anything, that episode alone is a big reflection of like, y'all chill out. Like
I didn't know that. Why does Snyder have so many cultist followers? I don't understand that.
Especially after Rebel Moon.
I'm still trying to figure that out. It just, to me, and I'll always say this, that very few people can film and shoot like Zack Snyder does. It's that just maybe the material that he's adapting or performing maybe grabs the attention of folks like that, but I don't think it warrants that, and especially like people not, at least from the looks of it, having not supporting him on his stuff that's outside of DC, which you can tell a lot now that it's like a lot of people are not supporting his stuff out of the DC, which is a shame because I'm a fan of his and I've tried most of his stuff and it's just like
I was gonna say I think it, and this could just be a reach, but I think maybe it might have something to do with the fact, a lot of Marvel stuff, especially like MCU, isn't very dark. Like, it can get dark in certain little spots, but the movie itself doesn't have like a dark undertone, whereas like the entire DCEU has like a dark undertone to it. And I think a lot of there's a lot of comic book fans that like that. But that's not how everything is. And I think that might be, yeah,
it's fair. I just love how Zach opens up this scene where he wants creatine powder for his fucking muscles and shit.
Extra creatine, please.
Just the whole fucking
James Gunn.
Oh, hi, Zack Snyder.
I saw your new cut of Superman, and word of advice, he's the man of steel, not the man of conversation.
Okay.
Do more shots of him punching, and here is a secret move. Start the punch at regular speed, and then you're gonna ramp it down.
It's not a fucking secret.
Slow-mo is not a fucking secret.
Oh,
I love
I
that
just
they even
lo- I
drag
love
Nolan
Sni-
into it. I love.
I
that
love
they drag
Snyder's
Nolan
just
into it.
standing there with the creatine.
Yeah,
I'll go up the shit.
because I just like he walks up and just that's all he asked for.
Extra creatine, please.
He's so like aggressive with it too.
Yeah, I'd love to get a workout in with Zack Snyder. That'd
Yeah.
be great.
Oh yeah, I don't know who the fuck this dude. Like he has to spend the whole
it's-
clip anyways. But yeah, it's just
Yeah.
I think what was the line here?
Stellar. He doesn't represent real fans. He's just the smartest man in the universe. Don't sweat it. He can't do what we do. Probably. Gonna go crush some weights. One day you're gonna wish you hit the gym like I do, James Gunn.
One day you wish you could hit the gym like me.
And he just refers to him by his full name, James Gunn.
Yeah, well they both do that. They
Whoa.
both like, oh
Hey,
sorry,
Zack
Zack
Snyder.
Snyder.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, hello, Zack Snyder.
Mm.
Again, this should just single-handedly end the debate and prove that they are best friends. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
should.
should.
I love it.
unfortunately.
I love it. I absolutely love it because again, there's elements I think of both to love. Like I think
Yeah, I agree.
Snyder is such an artsy filmmaker. Like just he's got such a unique visual style, and Gunn kind of reinvented the superhero wheel in a lot of ways as far as like formula goes, and I really am still a huge fan of that first Guardians movie. I still think
Yeah.
it's the best. I think it's the best MCU movie. It's always going to be my number one.
Top 3 for me. Yeah. Like it's dude. It's weird. His Guardian movies are the best example of like make your own thing and still be part of a universe.
Exactly.
Like, people don't have to watch the rest of the movies to get into the
And
Guardian stuff. It's just
the amount of
helps
films
enhance
trying to replicate what Guardians did.
Yeah.
And like Gunn couldn't even replicate his own movie with like Suicide Squad is kind of his DC attempt at the original Suicide Squad was their attempt to copy Guardians, and then Gunn came in and did it better and made the Suicide Squad.
Yeah. I love the Suicide Squad.
yeah. As far as Snyder goes, I mean, like you talk about Rebel Moon, that was like them like giving him everything he wanted to do, and it still ended up being like a 4-hour, slow-mo fest.
Well,
pretty much.
I'll also say this too. I think-
Watchmen is great.
I love
Watchmen is great.
But see, he didn't write that one though. So
No.
Yeah,
But-
that was Solid Snake. Yeah, who wrote that one?
Here's also the issue with the Rebel Moon stuff. It's not.
I never saw it actually.
I don't recommend it, but the problem
I don't
is
either.
more so Netflix fucked up that whole situation because they're like, oh my god, people love the Snyder cut. Yeah, because there's a years long process for that thing. Well, we can have our own Snyder cut of the Rebel Moon movie, so let's put out these PG-13.
And it's basically dark Star Wars, is what I
pretty
Yeah.
much. I mean, each film was 2 hours long, and then they put out a 3.5 and then almost 3 hour, or over 3 hour cut of both movies months after they were both out. You should have just put out the original long-ish fucking cuts and just call it a day. But
And I'll be honest,
they screwed it up.
I'll be honest. When that first movie was first announced, like before I even saw the trailer, I was excited by the idea of it. Like I was there, they were like watching it on.
same,
I think it was Netflix,
same.
and I got through like the first hour. And I'm like, okay, like I don't know how much more of this I can do, and I kept watching
the original
it, I'm like,
or the directors?
the original.
Original.
I saw the original. Yeah.
Okay.
And like
I
I
couldn't.
wanted to, like, because I do like like Taz said, I like some of what Zack Snyder does. I don't think he's like all this slow motion stuff is bad. I just think it has to fit the scene
Balance.
of what he's
yeah,
doing.
so somebody has to rein him in with good writing, is what it is.
You know what's
Everything's
fascinating?
in moderation. Like
Yeah,
he's got a cinematic eye. And again,
Yes.
you don't see that a lot of times. Like I recently saw just like the opening sequence of Batman versus Superman again. And that is such a well put together like opening title sequence. Again, you don't see that a lot nowadays.
Yeah.
But when all of the other like, screw the source material, we're doing our own thing, like, and kind of not necessarily inciting this discourse, but not fully shutting it down either. I think it's really the quote unquote fans that kind of took it too far, which is why we're having the issues that we're having now. Like, again, I think Batman vs. Superman, great concept. Man of Steel, great concept. The idea behind what he wanted to do with Justice League and stuff like that, good in concept, just execution wasn't necessarily where it should have been.
Yeah, it varies because, dude, I'm telling you, like, to me, I like those movies, but I see them, they're even better Elseworlds films, in my opinion.
Yes.
I wouldn't build a universe like that. I would build an Elseworlds universe and be like, you know what, man? You want to fucking all the time? Do it. You want to killing people? Do it. And I think Mercenary X84 said something great. No one's talked about this. Zack Snyder's Twilight of the Gods. For me, post Watchmen and 300, that's the best project of his that I love. It's probably my favorite of his, and it's an animated series on Netflix. It's about Norse mythology. That show is so good, my God, and it breaks my heart every time I like try to bring it up and I hear that no one's seen it, and I'm like, and again, it's because it's after Army of the Dead and after Rebel Moon. Hell, I think Army of Thieves I dig more than Army of Dead, and it was supposed to be a prequel to that. And yeah, like you said, like a lot of this stuff. And I tell folks that, like, I like the Watchmen movie. You know what? I also love the Watchmen original series, the comic book series, and the graphic novel. And guess what? I also love the Watchmen TV show. There's more than one version of the stuff that I dig about this stuff, and I think that's where the brain crack sometimes for a lot of these folks that like they can't see it one way or the other. Like, if I only saw one interpretation for the rest of my whole life, I would get bored of said franchise or said characters.
It's so funny you bring that up. I was talking about this in my Superman ranked video, and I was talking about how, like, I'm so thankful that we have Man of Steel and we also have this new like, they're so vastly different, but not one of them is bad.
Like,
I like Man of Steel.
They both have their positives and negatives, and they're giving you something different. Yeah.
But I will say, Taz, you kind of brought an idea into my head that, like, because we were talking about, like, Zack Snyder could just use a little bit more, like, of better, like, direction, because he has, like, that cinematic eye, and it made me think, I would love to see James Gunn and Zack Snyder actually work together.
I was gonna say, like,
Dawn of the Dead,
written / maybe co-written by each of them, directed by James Gunn, cinematography by Zack Snyder. Dude, that would.
I can tell you right now, if that would happen or some sort of version of that, people would be shitting themselves for years.
I think Twitter would literally implode on itself.
Yeah, because here's the thing: how do they root for and against the movie at the same time?
Yeah,
right? Because they're rooting for Zach, but then they're against James, and then it's the flip.
Yeah, just put all the discourse to rest.
Yeah,
it's never gonna end. Like, this whole thing.
On,
like,
can we just like?
Oh, because that photo they took back earlier this year, it was for the recording of this Rick and Morty episode. But people jumped to the gun and assumed, they jumped the gun.
Hey.
They assumed, Zach's gonna direct The Authority. Oh, Zach's gonna do this. Like, okay. First of all, I think at some point Zach may direct a DC movie, but I can tell you, it's probably not gonna be the DCU. It's gonna be an Elseworld story, and it's not gonna be Just League 2, it's going to be probably something else. I could see him doing a one-off story that isn't connected to this universe. I could be wrong. He could direct The Authority in a couple years, because I don't think the movie's happening anytime soon. But I could see him doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. And again, it's the scripts. The scripts have to be done before we even frame before you even start concept designing something. I'm like, just finish the script. Once we feel right with the script, then we can go there with it.
Oh, well, we can actually ask him right now, because the head of DC Studios is here. Darren, what's up, man?
Merry Christmas.
Oh.
Merry Christmas.
What timeline are you from?
Don't ask. Don't ask questions.
What's up? Here's a hot take for you.
Give me your hot take.
Yeah, I don't like Dawn of the Dead from 2004.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought
somebody mentioned
you said Donald Duck at first.
No. The Donald Duck movie was 24.
Like, whoa, you're like Donald?
You're like Donald Duck?
Because they took a Romero classic and then just sped it up.
The slow burn was gone. Gotcha. Like, it's just like, boom,
well,
boom,
and plus the zombies, if they're dead, they don't run. Period.
I get it, but at a point they have to like come up with something. Because let's be honest, The Walking Dead got boring after a while because the zombies did the same shit all the time.
Oh my god!
I think there's a happy medium. You can't just be like, walkers all the time, but you also can't have like Call of Duty zombies round 100 super sprinters all the time either.
Dude,
Well, see, what was it? There was a book that came out about it. I can't remember who it was by. I think it was by Brooks. And I like the way he explained it. Newly dead can move a little bit fast, but as they decay, they get slower.
That's why I like
And that's what they should
from
have done in the Walking
Dead.
Dead show. The Walking Dead show should have done that because they had hordes of zombies walk around for years and they were just still nothing.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Here's the problem with zombies too. This whole thing completely falls apart because when you die, the neurons in your brain are dead that functions the rest of your body. Coming back to life, it doesn't magically just fix yourself and you can just get back up and start walking. That's sorry. The science doesn't make sense on it. I know
That's why you have to implement a crazy space rock called Element 115 and then have like crazy,
That's why
Dr.
you
Monty
did
in the Shadow
in your
Man.
zombie movie.
That's what I really liked what the like Last of Us show did.
Yes.
I really liked
The
the like
cordyceps.
I thought that whole thing was
Yeah.
so interesting because it's not just like, oh, they're back alive. It's like, no, there's something like controlling them. It's,
Right, they're not
they're more of a
technically
host.
dead.
Yeah.
They're just
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and see,
that's the unique part of it. Like it changes it instead of like, oh, they're just back.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Well, that's what makes 28 Days Later.
I was just about to say
it makes it unique because they're not dead. It's a virus that makes them rage out. And in the original 28 Days Later, they actually died of starvation.
Yep.
You see that at the end. And then 28 weeks later, the one woman that mutates the virus because she's a carrier gives them some type of a conscience where they know they have to eat. And you see that in 28 years later where they're hunting animals and stuff to stay alive.
It's always a mutation. Always.
It's awesome how they set that up throughout the way that movie has progressed on. I can't wait for the next one to come out. I'll be honest with you.
I haven't seen any of them yet, but
none.
No.
Not to veer off topic, but Darren, what is Ultimate Uno like?
I haven't played it. It's been on my shelf since like Christmas.
Ultimate Uno.
That's the thing about Marvel Uno. It's just hard to convince people to play with you.
Oh, it's Marvel Uno?
Oh.
Yeah. No. It's like a Marvel set. Hold on.
Careful.
I have like two different sets, but I haven't even like.
They missed the opportunity to call it Uno Rivals then.
Look, I don't even fully know exactly what it is. Like my mom got it for me for Christmas, and I was like, "Oh, awesome! Do you want to play?" She's like, I'm okay."
She got it just for you to have it in your room.
I guess
pick
so.
up 4 Punishers.
Oh wow!
Uno
Okay.
Ultimate.
And then this was like a bonus set, and like they have these like various other sets that you can like buy and like add to the.
Drop the link. Drop the link.
Drop the link.
I think they're on
Drop the
Amazon.
link, and then we'll play Uno live on stream.
Yeah. Let's do it virtually. We all have to get a set. We all have to commit to it.
Commit to the bit.
There's too many like board games and just card games now.
Yeah.
Like, it used to be more simple. Now it's like there's stuff like someone brought at a party for 4th of July. Someone had to call it Dancing Egg, and it's this whole game where like you have some eggs and they're like plastic, and then you roll a dice, and then you have to do an action. And if you do it first for anybody else, then you get this egg. It's put on your neck or over this neck or under your shoulder, in between your legs. And if you drop it while they're in the game's over. It's a weird. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay.
I would love to join like some kind of game night. Like I think that'd be so much fun. That where like people just bring their own games.
Oh yeah, game night's the best.
My local library, and I've never done it because I guess I'm too scared to. But what you do is everyone brings a game, but everyone has to leave the game that they brought, but they get to take home a game that someone else brought. So it's just kind of like musical chairs of games. Each week you bring a game, but you leave it. And it's this constant like rotation of things. There's like, that sounds awesome, but I don't know if I'd want to spend money on a game just to lose it again.
Spend $40 on a board game. And
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's like, right, here's a little $5. Here's a Rubik's cube.
Yeah,
exactly. That'd be shit.
Go sit in the corner by yourself and
It's
play.
like, dude, I brought here. What? So Darren, what did you bring this week? I brought Ultimate Battleship Marvel edition.
$2,000.
Yeah.
Electronic Monopoly. Yeah.
They actually did make a game called Dose. They did. Like, it's weird. I don't know.
Oh,
Like,
interesting.
what'd you bring this week? My PS5. Like, that's mine now. And then you never go back to the library. You never go back to trade it back in. No. Why would you?
Scar for life.
Guess what came in, Taz?
What? A Funko?
Yeah. The Jog one.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
It was like
Oh,
$2.
so I did. Okay, so I did end up ordering one Funko because it was a little bit more expensive, but it was still on sale for Prime Day. It was the Batman Superman Fusion Funko. Yeah, I'm excited
I
for
could
that
have
one.
gone broke on that list. I don't know how many
my
you guys
God.
saw it, but like,
Dude,
this
yeah. So there were
week-
so many things I was just like I couldn't. I was like, all right, one.
there's a whole list on like Amazon right now. It's on the like Funko site, but it's like
Yeah.
these really really cheap Funko. Some are like $2 to $3 each. Like there's some
Yeah.
steals in there.
Some
So if
really
anyone
good
wants
deals.
to go,
Is this it? Let me look it up. Right. Is this it?
that does sound awesome, Taz.
Yep, that's the one.
Nice.
That's
That's the
sick.
one.
Crazy.
That's the
sick.
one.
It looks more like a red
You know-
hood though.
Yeah, look at that. It's on sale plus a 5% off coupon.
$30. What the
Hell
fuck?
yeah. I know. I splurged and got 2 Superman Funkos and then 2 Power Ranger Funkos, and then this one was like $2. I was like, you know what? What the hell?
You know what you just reminded me about? I saw today someone got like the Herbie popcorn bucket thing, and I know it like when you press the one button, it like does the fantastic like that whole thing. But I think, and I'm not sure, because the one other button there was like something coming out of it, like something display wise, and I think it might display like a Fantastic Four logo like on the wall or something.
That'd be amazing.
Oh no way. That's
And
so
I
cool.
saw that, and I'm like, yeah, like I saw someone got the Herbie that like there's buttons you can press on the thing. Yeah, maybe you can find it on Twitter or something. But I saw it come across my feed this morning.
What the hell is chicken versus hot dog? Jeff already shared this. What the hell is this
All right.
game?
All right, no joke. Somebody asked me if I wanted to get one of my kids this for Christmas one year, and I said, "You realize what this looks like, right? You realize what this looks like." All right, go down
This
to
is
the
the
video.
game. This is what I'm bringing to game night.
Just watch
Buy
the
one
video.
for your kids.
Oh my
buy
God.
one.
Race the flip
That's
'em,
how you-
stick 'em.
That's how you get
It's a-
permanently banned from game night.
It's a race to flip them and stick them. Turn around, flip over your shoulders, super flip.
That one photo on the side that looks really
Oh,
bad.
that? Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, that's a pass for me.
That's a pass.
Thank you.
That's a pass.
That,
Chicken versus
You
hot
can,
dog?
yeah.
So, I mean, what's the
I'm
website
pretty
you
su-
got that from? Or you
No,
have
it's
a
on. It's on.
link,
Dude,
or-
it's seriously. It's on Amazon for $20.
Oh my god.
What
It's
a
like
steal.
it's like the dildo factory ran out of customers. So
Jesus.
hey, let's make a game and paint it like a hot dog.
You
Hot
go
dog.
out of business.
Okay.
Also, because y'all were bringing up the Funko Pops, they just announced that they're dropping 2 Funko Pops for Prey, the movie. So you'll get the
Oh.
Predator,
really?
and you'll get a
Cool.
Amber Midthunder's character with a dog, which I'm like, oh, that's awesome. man.
Ooh.
I
Who
do love
remembers
that
when
new
they added the-
Ironheart one that they just dropped.
Oh yeah.
that
Those
one
look
looks
really
really,
good.
sick.
Those look really good.
You know, some ones that like are so rare that like I'll never drop that amount of money, but like if I can get my hands on them one day, it'd be sweet. Is the Watchmen Funko Pops? It's one of the very, 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 very first few Funko Pops ever made. It's from the movie, and like those go for like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, I can never. I just it's too much.
You know, a super rare Funko that's on my list of like if I ever see it, I need to have it. Is there is a Diggle in the Green Arrow suit Funko.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about
That yeah.
Ruthless. That's cute.
Aww.
I need to get a
Ruthless.
How to Train Your Dragon one, man.
That's a bigger one too. That's a deluxe one. Yeah.
Oh wow.
There's
I
that one
have
that's really cool of him like breathing
have-
fire.
I don't know if I can. No, I guess you can't see it, but up here, I have a bunch of Pixar Funko Pops, like old Pixar
Hell
Funko
yeah.
Pops and stuff.
Nice.
I really wanted to get that like John Constantine, Matt Ryan one that they had. It was just
Oh
like
yeah, I
it's
did
like
look
a
it up. It
Comic
was
Con
like,
one.
it's like
Yeah, it's like
$100, isn't
$100.
it? Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah,
You want to see one of my
there's no
favorites?
way.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna grab one of my favorites.
That's like one of like the last like I have like representative of like every Arrowverse show, but Constantine.
Yeah.
And like there's been a couple times
man,
I'm
dude.
like,
Now I want that, especially after again seeing that animation.
So I got these, I think for my birthday, like 2 or 3 years ago. So this is the first one.
hey, Dipper.
Oh.
I
hey.
love this. And then I think they do have like the whole, like,
Yeah,
like
I've
everybody.
seen them.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I love those.
Hell yeah. Do you like the Owl House?
It's not something I've gotten into. It's on my list to watch, though.
I think if you like Gravity Falls, you will love the Owl House. I actually like it more than Gravity Falls, which is like
Oh,
heard it's
interesting.
a high order, but it's
That's-
just like
Yeah.
but they're different kind of shows. Like they're both
Okay.
S tier shows for me.
Well,
Like Owl House is more action and character based, where like Gravity Falls is more like mystery and comedy. So it just comes down to what kind of show you like.
my one friend, back when we were, like back when Gravity Falls was airing live on TV and everything, I would watch Gravity Falls and he would watch Steven Universe and he would try to tell me that Steven Universe was a better show, and I'm like, listen, I respect it, but I don't.
There's also a
Dude,
lot
Gravity
more.
Falls is one of the greatest.
It's one of my
animated series
very
all time.
rare S tier. Like I think I only have maybe
Yeah.
10 shows in S tier, and both Gravity Falls and Owl House
10.
are both on that list. Ben 10's not in my S tier, but it's
What?
You
like
know what, Darren? We're no longer friends.
it's one of
How?
my favorite shows. It's one of my favorite. But to me, there's a difference between favorite and best, right? Like it's one of my favorite shows, but Jordan is also flawed, right? It's a very flawed show.
It's perfect 10 out of 10. There's no bad episode.
It's in
10 out of
the
10?
title, 10.
10 out of 10. 10
Yeah.
out of
Ben,
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And 10 out of 10.
If I was ranking shows based on if they had 10 in the title, then it would be in my S tier.
That's funny though, but no.
What would be my S tier, man? I think the original Twilight Zone would be in it. I think
That's fair.
I think we've already said it, but like X-Men 97 is in my S tier list.
It's
X-Men 90s is definitely up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
what
This is $75 for Sleeping Godzilla Funko Pop? You fucking kidding me?
I'm gonna
Alright.
try to find that
not
Herbie
even a
video
wait.
I saw.
Have y'all seen Infinity Train?
Yes. Oh my
No.
god.
No.
Yeah.
I've heard about it.
It's very similar animation to what he's
Oh.
talking about. Yeah.
I think you guys would love. If it wasn't for that final season, I might put it in S tier. Like that
Oh,
final
interesting.
season, which was good. It's like I think it's a good final season, but I do think there's a little bit of a drop off. But like season 1 and 2, especially S tier. Holy shit, so good.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
else?
Okay.
Yeah, there's like
I'm Chainsaw, I'm gonna send you over a link to the Herbie popcorn bucket video. It shows like all the different popcorn stuff for Fantastic Four that someone got.
Driven once jumped. Crazy.
By 10 people.
well, and there's what is it?
Draven, you ever
There's
fought a cannonbolt before? Get your ass rolled over.
Have you seen?
Or send Wild Mud after you.
Ooh, I like that's a good pull. Are you seeing this on Discord?
Over the Garden
Oh,
Wall?
I sent it on Twitter.
Over the Garden Wall is also a masterpiece. That
Yes.
one's also amazing.
And we're just naming stuff they've never heard of. All right.
Cowboy
That was
Bebop,
really short,
the
though,
animated
like,
series, S tier for me.
Who here
one?
is like up here for the final season of Stranger Things? Like, is anyone like really excited? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I will once we get there, I think.
Yeah, same.
I
Okay.
think right now the anger of how they're putting it out has pissed me off so much. But like once we get a trailer, I'll be like, all right. I'm
Yeah,
in.
check this out. Ready?
That's really cool.
Oh, play this out. Yeah. And it plays like the music.
Oh wow,
You
this
can't hear
this
it, but
person
yeah.
went all out. Oh my god.
But that's coming from Herbie. And like, see the thing coming out of his eye. I think it's like
Whoa.
some kind of projected like
Dude,
thing.
popcorn buckets aren't even
No, they're
I wouldn't
just
even
toys.
put popcorn in it anymore.
No.
No.
So like, I made that. No, I'm just kidding.
I can just imagine. Thank you. That would be $10,000.
Well, dude, the Galactus popcorn bucket or the
$80.
Galactus head, $80.
Yeah.
I want it, but I am not spending $80 on a bucket head.
How much is the Herbie one? I'll buy the Herbie one, man.
That looks like it's probably like 50, 60.
I'm debating buying that new crypto one. I'm on the
What
fence right
the
now.
dog bowl
Yeah.
or
If
I
the
think it's a
Herbie
dog
one
bowl,
can
it's just like-
display an image and play the theme song, I'm buying it.
Yeah, but how much is that? That can't be cheap.
Again, here's the thing. They're super cool. I actually ended up like when they restocked them, I ordered the Wolverine popcorn bucket. It's still sitting in a box. I never opened it. What am I gonna do with it other than put it on a shelf? Right?
I'm afraid if I start getting popcorn buckets, I won't stop.
Yeah.
I'm afraid
Yeah.
if I start going down that path, I'll just get all of them.
You're going down a path I can't follow.
There was one that he put out recently for the Jaws re-release of just Bruce's head, like open up, and that's where the popcorn's at. I'm like, I would buy that because then
that's
I could
cool.
hang the head of Bruce the shark there, and like
And then it should just like every once in a while just like chomp at your hand when you reach in for the popcorn.
spilling blood.
Like those, like
it should be like
fish
it should be like
things.
a 1 in 10 chance. And just like you get
Those old
You
play
guys
fish
just-
commercials.
You guys, oh my god, you guys just made me think of what they could possibly do for like the Tron Ares popcorn bucket.
oh, there's a
Like
lot.
I
of
can only
things.
imagine.
Okay.
I just want an identity disc. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
no, I know exactly what it's gonna be. Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
gonna be that disc around the bucket. Like the bucket's gonna be like inside the disc, and you'll probably be able to like remove it.
Yeah.
That'll be like the lid or something.
Are we getting a Smurfs bucket or?
God
when's that
no.
getting
I
announced?
hope not.
It's gonna be a barf bag to barf in while you're watching the movie.
Okay, I'm
I
looking
saw
at
somebody
20...
post the
Sorry, go
what was it, the Mission Impossible popcorn bucket, and it had like keys, and you can like unlock the bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's neat. Like it's so simple, but it's really cool.
When you get the popcorn bucket, an automatic timer starts. It's like a bomb. You have to like.
Yeah, are you have 5 minutes to finish this bucket of popcorn.
Oh man,
That's funny.
I'm now so excited. Like I don't even get these things, but I'm always so excited just to see what they are. Like what possibly are they gonna do? And now I'm thinking about next year. It's like okay, we have Avengers next year, we have Toy Story next year, we have Mandalorian next year.
When-
like holy
Dude, it's just
shit.
gonna be a big Doctor Doom head.
oh, I love that. And for
Yeah.
Mando, it'd be the Mando helmet.
Oh,
And dude-
it better be. It better be a wearable Mando helmet.
yeah.
And if
It's
it's,
gonna
not,
be that and then Grogu.
done.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
a bunch of like
Container.
Grogu.
Yeah.
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 well, I guess we'll bring him in. He's Superman. What's up, Draven?
Eh,
I like how his head's cut off. Oh, it's
Oh,
it's like Shazam.
I didn't mean to
I think
have
it's
that.
Shazam.
I was gonna say
I
that.
didn't mean to have that.
What's up, man?
What's up?
yo.
You tired?
No, just bad day.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You want to talk about it?
No,
Draven already has the Grogu popcorn bucket back there. See?
it was just at work, just fucking people. So irritating.
Just fucking people. Cool, man. That's cool.
Congrats.
See?
OnlyFans is
Do
rocking,
make a
man.
living
Hell
doing
yeah.
that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a ray of fucking judge.
Mug.
I bet you are. I bet you are.
Great mug. Great mug.
This
I just
fucking
thought it was
I felt like, bro.
What?
I felt like an advertisement. Like just.
Cat in the Hat popcorn bucket, just a giant ass
The
hat.
hat?
They're gonna put fucking.
Oh my
Oh, you know it
God.
will be.
Can we?
Yeah.
Can we talk about that for a second? I didn't know that the Mike Myers Cat in the Hat was so hated. Like I know it's
I hate
not like
that movie.
good. I love it for
Shut up,
how
Darren.
like
I
jarring
remember
it is.
watching it a lot as a kid.
I like it. Yeah,
That movie's
Yeah.
awesome.
I love
it's not the
I
Grinch,
love that
but I like
movie.
it.
It's definitely
Well,
not
see,
Jim Carrey's
so
Grinch.
funny.
No.
Yeah. See,
It's
I
just
love
kind
the
of
part where
whack.
yeah.
Like it's
The
like
grandma
a
part-
fever dream. Like
the
I don't
grandma
know.
part's weird because they ride on her all the way down this like fucking.
You dirty hoe.
They ride her like a sled.
The only part of the movie I know. The only one.
no, the whole Mike Myers as Cat in the Hat. I think the reason, I think he only took that because he saw Jim Carrey's Grinch and thought, oh, I could do that shit too.
Bill Hader better be in the popcorn bucket.
In the popcorn
Hader
bucket.
better
In
be
the popcorn bucket.
Okay, so just like really quickly, I'm currently looking at like 2026 dates because it is kind of slowly approaching. Cat in the Hat and Scream 7 come out on the same day.
Bro,
What a double
SpongeBob
feature.
and Avatar come out on the same day as well.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude.
So I'm not seeing SpongeBob.
Yeah,
You're not
for
seeing it now?
the, so good.
For the Cat in the Hat and the
No, I'm still
Scream
gonna
7,
see it, but I'll see Avatar first.
I think for that one, it's great because like if like there's parents who want to go see a scary movie, they leave the kids at the Cat in the Hat. Like,
Yeah.
go watch that. And we'll go watch the movie.
Yeah.
If you want to go see a scary movie, go see Cat in the Hat. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god.
No, go see Smurfs. That's gonna fucking scare you. They're both here from What's It Good Though podcast. Welcome in. Hello.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey, what's
How you
up?
doing?
hey, we were just talking about Scream.
Oh,
Hello. Yeah, Jazz is a Scream fan, so not too much. She might come through the screen on some cat and hat shit though.
I didn't hear any hate towards Scream. So
No, I just it's just funny how those are coming out the same day. Then again,
Yeah.
I don't know why studios think, oh, it's counterintuitive. It does work, but it's just weird. It's
Do
like
we have a nice little code name for it? Is there a I don't know.
Scat.
No.
no.
that sounds crazy.
Screaming cat.
Screaming
Yeah,
the Hat.
something, yeah.
Screaming hat.
Cat in the
Just
Scream.
The Cat in the Scream.
the cat in the
Scream.
scream.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Cat Scream.
Scream in the Hat.
Scream in the hat. Ooh. Scream in the hat. I like that.
You know
Okay.
what would be my favorite thing? I know this will probably like never happen, but I would love if like major studios like especially if there was one that was like putting out 2 big releases in a weekend, and they were like, okay, like they know like the Barbenheimer and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and they made a popcorn bucket that was like infusing both movies.
That'd be cool.
I would pay money for that.
This is
So it'd be a cat in the hat, but it'd be the other. You also have a machete or something in there.
It
Right?
would
Yeah,
just
coming
Yeah,
out of
there'd
the
just be
hat.
like-
Yeah.
there'd just be blood dripping off the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can have
it'll
the
be a gutted fish in there. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, have the fishbowl.
I'm feeling like a versus thing. Like I kind of like the idea of Scream versus Cat in the Hat.
Ooh,
like a-
that'd be a movie I'd watch.
Yeah.
And then
That sounds
Arkansas
like one of
Ghostface,
those
right? It'd be
like
Ghostface versus.
it sounds like one of those public domain horror
Yeah.
films. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would
I'll get
happen
on
is
it.
like one of the things is the killer, but which thing is it? Right? Because like because in that Cat in the Hat, like they show like there's a bunch of things. Like
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
1, like thing 5, whatever. One of them is the killer. Which one is
And
it?
which one is it?
Thing 4 is Ben Grimm.
Oh, the cat asked your favorite scary movie. Yeah, oh yeah, you could do that. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I
I
would
feel
love
like the
to
cat's
see that.
scarier. I feel like.
Oh, yeah, probably because cats are evil. Like at the end of the day, they are just little fuckers. You know, can't trust them. Yeah, Jesus. But yeah, I mean that'd be funny if they did that. I mean, because popcorn buckets are becoming so successful now that
Yeah.
why not do something like that? Because at a certain point, it's gonna get like, okay, how do you even top the last one if you're doing sequels, right? Like,
Right.
how do
I
you
would
top popcorn
love
buckets?
I'd love to see this statistic on like how much money they make off of those popcorn buckets.
Like
and
how much
extra
they're
money-
actually made for.
Right, or like how much extra money they're making on concessions now that they have like specific popcorn buckets for that movie.
Right.
Like the
I think the
Megadeth.
last movie I went to go see, like it was only a week or so after it came out, and the popcorn buckets for that movie were already gone.
Yeah,
Like
they sell out.
didn't. Yeah,
Well, I think
they
that-
sell out so quick.
Yeah.
That's really important though, because like these theaters out here are really struggling, and like I pitched a couple years ago, where it's like they need something exclusive to movie theaters to bring people in, like into the theater. Like if you want this,
Yeah,
you
it's
have to
good.
come see the movie. And I pitched like exclusive Funko Pops for the like Regal Cinemas or for AMC and stuff like that. But I think
that's
that's
kinda what
almost
they're
a
doing.
step that is
Like a lot of these
really.
buckets are specific to AMC or Regal
And-
or Cinemark,
And
or
some
you
are
know.
made by Regal. Like there's that new
Mhm.
Superman one that has like crypto on it. That's made by like it is just a Funko on top of a popcorn
Yeah.
bucket,
Well,
basically.
And and even more so, like I know at my AMC, like they literally when you walk in, like there's like the concessions and stuff, but there's like two, I don't want to call them aisles, but that's almost what they are, of like collectibles and like shirts and like movie goodies that you can actually like buy now.
Yeah.
The popcorn buckets. They definitely get going quick. I was trying to get Romulus, but it was gone the week that the movie dropped. I couldn't find it in
I think people rush in when the theater opens, when they're out to buy them, and then it's done. Like they don't even see a movie; they just go in to buy the popcorn buckets.
It's like at that point, it's like I'd like to have the popcorn bucket for the movie that I'm about to watch.
Yeah.
Well, if anything, if the movie theaters would set a little section off to the side and make it like a gift store, so
just make it a
like any inventory they have left over, they put it in the gift store. You can
that'd actually be kind of sick, actually. I'd be down
like
for like
posters, like stuff that the theater I went to last night to see Superman. Spoiler: he flies. They had a section.
They fly now.
Yeah, they fly now. Literally, they had a section where you could spend like $5 and get like the big posters that they had like of like leftover posters and shit. Like, okay, I didn't obviously buy any. Like, oh, that's cool.
So theaters need to have a gift shop now.
Sometimes when I go to my theater, like they'll have like the little posters. They're no larger than like a what is it, like a legal sheet of like a legal paper or something like that. Like it's cool, but it's a nice little gesture, right?
Yeah.
I like having the 27x40 ones sometimes, especially for like a movie that like I love or I'm pumped for. Like if I can get my hands on a copy of the first concept poster they put out for the FF, where it's like it's Happy Valentine's Day and it's all them, like big size, I would buy that.
See, that's why like there's a local theater in town. It's not like a movie theater chain or anything, but that's what they do. They have like a big like container, like right when you walk in, and you can buy any movie poster in there for $5, and it's always like
really
the most recent movie. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we have like our theater's so kind of, it's not small, but like we're not in a huge city. We still have like popcorn buckets from like last year. Like we still have Mufasa and like all of those kind of things.
Do they have the Dune popcorn bucket?
No, I doubt it.
No,
I think it's ones that didn't sell. I think was what it was.
Oh, that started it all, man. That Dune popcorn bucket. Jesus.
Well, how about even this is a good idea too, because you know how some of the movie theaters they have like the video games, the arcades and stuff off to the side.
Yeah.
What if you use whatever's left over from the other movies and stuff as prizes for like you would use it like Chuck E. Cheese,
like in a claw machine or something? Yeah.
Have you a party there and then try to win some prizes.
Interesting.
I do think that like the future is unfortunately going to be more of like an experience when you go to a movie, something like an arcade or something like that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that's what I want, but like they've already said that like movie theaters are seemingly having like a date, right? It's like a 15-year date of like when they're expecting it to maybe not be a thing anymore. So I do think they're going to get more expensive of like, okay, well, go in this other room and here's a little arcade area where your kids can go play while you watch a movie and blah, 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 stuff like that. And that's not necessarily a good thing. That's not what I want to happen, right? But I am going to be curious to see how these industries try to save the film industry over these next couple of years to make it last longer. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, like I know.
Like taking Dave and Buster's and
like
movie
the Animal Draft House has for a while now like been like something that I've always wanted to have near me because I know it's just pimped out for a cinephile just to hang out there all day and watch movies, new or classic. And there's posters and stuff here and there. And like I know, especially for Angelinos, we've been wanting to get them to reopen the Cinerama Dome and get that being a still ongoing thing, but the way stuff is heading. And again, I always go back to, and it's I think it's on both sides that like the ticket prices now are just ridiculous. It's for a lot of us who went for a lot of times. Now we have to be very precise in choosing what we were going to go see and hope that it's good, and not that we have to wait 2 weeks till it comes out on VOD or on digital.
See, for me, that's why like I love like I know like this is a very common thing now, but like the AMC Pass stuff that you can do, like that's why I love that stuff.
I wish I would get that. Yeah,
I love that.
That's honestly, like if you're seeing like movies as much as we are, I think you almost have to. I think that's almost your only way of going because you'll be broke in like a month. You really are.
And that's why I don't normally go see movies a lot. Because I don't have one of those passes or anything like that. Right. So I pick like a handful of movies throughout the year.
Well, how much are you guys in movie tickets?
Like, $10 here.
Yeah, $10.
It depends on when you go.
It depends.
It also depends on what kind of screen you're seeing it on. It's like $20 for a big IMAX screen. Yeah,
some of the
I can tell you. I can tell you right now.
For like Fantastic Four, it's $25, bro. And that's
For what? Just regular?
Just Fantastic Four regular.
For like IMAX.
Hell
really?
Yeah,
mine's like 12 to 15 typically.
Mine is too. But I mean, like the AMC pass, like you pay for it by seeing 3 movies in 1 month.
Yeah,
and you can get 4.
Well, now
movies
it's 4. Yeah, now it's 4 movies. Yeah,
and like IMAX, Dolby, like all of that.
That's
IMAX ticket at my theater right now, $26.49 plus a $2.50.
You have an IMAX?
Fee.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah.
I've never been to an IMAX.
I got to go 3 hours later in IMAX.
Yeah.
See, I switch it up. I either go to the IMAX for like the larger movies or like Sinners because it has the different the screen settings. But
I like
the Cinemark has the moving seat. So when I went to go see F1, I was in the goddamn seat like I was in the car with Brad.
Yeah. I alternate between Dolby and IMAX theater because I like Dolby's like sound quality and stuff a lot too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was just laughing. Free tickets to the gun show.
That's good. That's good.
That's fucking great.
A couple weeks ago, and I just actually saw it, like officially got to see it tonight. But on Friday, I did my double feature for Jurassic World and Elio, and during my Elio screening, about 20 minutes in, the power went out.
Damn.
Full of children. It was full of children's.
Oh my
and
god!
they were freaking out. They're like, "Oh my god, what happened to our animated movie? Oh my god!" So we had to wait 20 minutes, and then they came and was like, "Yeah, you gotta
Did you
go."
just resume where it left off, or did they have to like?
No.
Oh.
No, we had to go home.
Did they
It was done.
They
Yeah.
got
Damn. That sucks. Did you get
They
refunded?
gave like a little free admission thing, so like come back and watch a movie.
Okay.
But like people behind us bought like $100 worth of snacks. Like they had 2 things of popcorn, 2 slushies, and a bunch of like candy for their kids, and they were pissed. They were pissed.
It's like, all right, well, this is dinner for the night.
Pretty much. Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking at ticket price. Like the theater that's like a town over, more of a college town, it's $13 for a ticket, but here it's 10. Like it's crazy.
It's been pricier. Yeah, I remember paying $7.50 for a ticket with a student discount.
I think a standard ticket would be like
about senior
around
citizen
me.
tickets.
That's still a lot though. Like,
what the fuck was that?
Sorry. No,
what the fuck was that?
I'm trying to fly a plane in GTA, and I was crashing a tree.
It really sounded like someone was taking the meanest shit in their lives.
Yeah, bro, I was fucking hit a tree.
Get it together, Trevor.
Yeah, and there's a theater about 30 minutes away from me, which is like Midland, like a little bit of a bigger town. $11. I just thought there'd be more based on it being a bigger town, but it's only 11. It's like, okay, but
I think
how they get you is like the $10 for the ticket right down the road. $10 ticket. All right, cool. Large popcorn. $11.
$11.
That's how they
It also depends when.
Again, that's where they get you. That's how you save so much money. You just
I don't even get
buy
popcorn
snacks
there.
at the theater.
I don't get popcorn or snacks. I just
because a lot of popcorn
eat before or eat after. Like it's great to have it, but like
you sneak
it at home, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
there really is food at
I ain't
home.
buying fucking.
What's like the purse?
Like
The
me and my
purse
friends,
be full of food.
like me and my friends, what we would do is like we would make like time that we're like, all right, we're gonna go see the movie, and afterwards we'll go like to In-N-Out or something and just be, like, eat and then vent out like, was that a good?
In-N-Out? I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, and Taz, like you said earlier, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just bring like a water with me or something because like a lot of times I'm not trying to like get distracted and like eat something while I'm watching them. I'm trying to like pay attention and not like
Yeah, that's like I'm not here to munch. I'm here to watch. You know?
It depends also the movie for me because like if it's a big event movie, like I sometimes want a popcorn to have that feeling. Like Superman, I want it.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, like sometimes if I'm there, like with my family, like if I go with like my dad and my brother, or like my mom comes or something like that, and it's just like, all right, well, it's kind of like a family event now. We're gonna have some snacks or whatever. But if I'm just going by myself, especially again if it's more like a business trip to go watch this movie that I'm planning on like doing a video on or something like that, then you're like, okay, let's just be here to watch the movie.
It's really kind of funny what you just mentioned because I think it's like people that go to the movies like maybe like once a week or pretty often. aren't going to buy snacks often, but they're kind of capitalizing on the people that don't go often, like the people that are like, I'm going to pick and choose. So like it feels like a family event. Let's spend the money like this one time we go.
Right.
Yeah, and again, that's usually what I reserve like the IMAX tickets for and stuff like that. Again, if I go by myself, standard ticket, I just want to watch the movie. But again, go with my brother, go with friends, go with my parents, that sort of thing. Okay, let's make it into a little bit more of an event. And that's going to kind of determine what I do for Superman. If I go by myself, I'll probably just I might even go like Sunday morning or something like that. Get a cheap matinee ticket and, go for it. But, my dad wants to tag along. Cool. We'll turn it into a Saturday night thing.
Right.
Are you just going to see it in standard or are you going to see it in like IMAX or?
Again, it depends. I think if my dad comes with me, then I'll probably see it in IMAX. If I go by myself, I'll probably just see it in standard.
You just wear the fucking head.
Oh yeah. Hey, did you guys get popcorn?
Yeah. I put $80 and there's just to fucking block your screen, bro.
Did someone herald my name?
It better make it own popcorn for $80.
Yeah, it better fucking.
And it barely fits popcorn, man.
Better stop that vehicle.
someone commented on that Herbie video showing them the popcorn bucket, and someone said, could you imagine if that thing comes with batteries included, like at the showing, and someone just like every time during the my god.
Somebody's gonna bring batteries to the theater just to be obnoxious.
No, what would happen is it's like batteries not included. I'm like, you fucking assholes.
What
$80 is for nothing.
They need to start WD-40ing those seats inside the theaters. The other day, one of them bitches was creaking all throughout the movie. I'm like, God damn.
Oh yeah, there was a guy sitting because there was a seat between us. My wife sat on the end, and I sat inward into the aisle, and then this guy was here, and he had a Superman popcorn bucket, so he spent the money on that popcorn bucket. It was like $30. A couple times throughout the movie, I'm pretty sure I caught it because I recorded my audience reaction. So he's sitting right over here and here, and I look over, he's just like doing this little lean shit. I'm like, oh my god, dude.
I mean, he could probably get some of that popcorn oil and pour it over.
Yeah. And what was so hilarious, we sat down, and then literally, I kid you not, within 10 minutes of sitting there waiting for the movie to start, he had a large popcorn. He ate more than half of it before we actually got into the fucking movie. I'm like, dude, like, I hope you don't get up in the middle of this because I'm not moving. I'm not moving. Okay, Tyler.
Nah, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Tyler, I appreciate the dedication to the bit.
I got one.
That's so funny.
Guns out, guns out. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's good.
The gun is here. Yeah, I love how it's like that's the new bit now for the film is like the gun didn't jam or something like if they said the movie's good. Or,
he fully unloaded the gun.
Can you imagine what like an innocent parent like trying to take their kid to a Superman movie must be thinking? Like they don't even know like the director's name. They're like, a gun? What? Like, can you
James Gunn? or like they're going to go like and then like one of the workers like, oh, did you guys hear the gun didn't jam? Like, what? What are you talking about? What?
I would love somebody to make this video, go up to the movie theater dressed in like their Superman costume, and it's like, all right, ticket for what movie? And then the person's like, one ticket to the gun show.
One ticket to the gun show.
Oh man.
I wonder if there's people who don't know what movie it is, right? Because like in none of the trailers do they technically have a title. I wonder if there's like some like old lady that's like, I want to see this movie. I don't know what it's called. I never said the title.
Nah, I mean, you see that S. Like, I don't. Even if you're not a comic fan, even if you're not a superhero fan, you know Superman. And I feel like that's honestly smart marketing in a lot of ways.
It is smart marketing.
You know what this is about. You know who this is about. You just watch it.
Yeah.
Brand recognition, baby.
Hell yeah. I mean, I think everyone recognizes.
Guns for blazing.
Exactly. No, the funny part too is that there's people that are tweeting out shit about the tweets about the gun didn't jam or whatever the fuck. And they're not saying it's involving Superman. Some people probably see online going, what the fuck are they talking about with the gun?
Just out of context.
That's the best part. It's like no one fucking understands. No one. I love it. It's just
if you know, you know.
And then I think even James Gunn on Rick and Morty said something similar to what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Like something that they block the gun or something.
Yeah.
The timing of that is so weird. Damn.
It's crazy that there's been an animated James Gunn in 3 different Warner Brothers animated shows. He's been on Harley Quinn, he's been on Creatures Commandos, and now he's been on Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Yeah. James Gunn is the new Stan Lee, confirmed.
I was honestly trying to look for him to see, is he in the movie?
So I recently before
this gun shoots blanks.
Can I? Oh, dude, I want to. Hold on.
No spoilers.
It's not a spoiler. It's someone I thought was in the movie, but it was a lookalike.
No spoilers. No. I don't know. There's a lot of people out there apparently surprised Superman's an immigrant. What? He's an alien, huh?
Oh,
that's not true.
Wait till they find out who created him.
I saw a tweet today that made me want to jump out the window. Someone's like, "He's not an immigrant. He's an orphan," and it's like you can be both, buddy. You don't have to.
Yeah, where do you think this alien superhero comes from? Just I'll give you one guess.
Don't worry about it.
Look up his dad's. Look up
Planet Vegeta.
Yeah.
The gun is loaded. No spoilers. You know that whole bit, like they say Foggy always has a sniper rifle waiting to take anybody out.
Oh,
I think the gun is loaded. No spoilers.
Well, I mean, in the whole reason they took Superman in was because they couldn't have a kid of their own.
I think in
technically,
I think some,
yeah. Technically, Clark Kent's dad was shooting blanks, right?
Oh, that's fair, Colonel. Yeah, that's fair.
That's what I was gonna say. Talk about.
Okay.
I know Batman wish his family would get hit with blanks.
Oh, that was dark.
Wow. Jesus Christ. Oh my God! I just saw there's a news piece that someone just responded to. Fox News director James Gunn goes woke with new Superman film.
Yeah, I saw that. If Fox News is talking about it, then that means like we are fucked. Like that is like we are low on the.
Did you see his cape? It's MS-13 on it. What?
Oh God.
Lois, I'm pregnant. That whole fucking bit. That's stupid.
Whose baby is it?
Batman is broken.
No.
I read that at first as Batmanus.
Batmanus. The gun bust. The gun love all over me.
Jesus, man.
God, that's...
You know what's weird? Before the stream, I watched Slither for the first time. I had never seen it before.
Oh, really? What'd you think?
I liked it. It was fun. Like you can tell the one-liners and the bits are right there in that DNA, and I was like, okay, I get it, James. And even funny enough, James Gunn makes a little cameo appearance in that movie as one of the teachers, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Okay.
Yeah, it's at the very beginning.
I think I saw that in theater when it came out. It was nice. I love that movie.
Yeah, to me, I think the next on the list is to watch Super because I had never seen his Super movie. But like I was like fascinated. I don't know. I guess because of the movie, I'm like, all right, I want to go see what I haven't seen of his stuff, and I want to read like right. I think tomorrow or depending what time they close today, but I might go get All Star Superman and read it out. I'm like, all right, let's see how it is, comparison to the film and whatnot. And it's just like. It's a good sign from the movie. Got me interested in seeing the director's other stuff that I have not seen yet or read some Superman comics.
I just wanted to mention real fast. So obviously this does not really matter because what matters at the end of the day what you think. 203 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, 83%. 96% fan audience response so far. That's insane.
To me, that is perfectly like placed. It's how I feel about the movie. I'm like, you know what? I like that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Craziness.
And that's what's really important, right? Like I think that's a good balance of like I think people want to know that it's not being like, because I think when people see like 100% critics, I think people get scared of like, well, it's going to be some pretentious,
It's perfect.
you know, it's
Right.
like, oh, they think it's perfect, all right. But I think like that 80 is like, oh, it's good, but not by their standards. And then when you have the like 90 audience, it's like, oh, then I'm gonna love this movie. Okay, this is incredible. So I think that's probably the best case scenario for this. It's just now going to come down to word of mouth. It's just going to come down, is it good enough for one, people to get on their social medias and talk about it and tell people to go out and see it? And two, is it good enough to see again? Which is
I can't wait to talk about the characters with y'all. Like, man, like it's like
Literally,
3-4
when I
characters
left
I'm
the
like,
theater, the first thing I thought was, I can't wait to go see it again. It's the only thing I
That's
think of.
incredible.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, there's a lot to digest.
Yeah.
Yep, a whole lot. That was a whole process. This morning I went past this building on Kent Street. I'm like, oh man, that's funny. Just thinking, I'm gonna go back through and the fucking building name is Clark. I said, what the fuck is this? How long has this shit's been here? For years?
It's a sign. It's a sign.
I told the story to Darren, but on my way to see it the first time on my Uber, I mentioned what I was going to go watch, and the Uber driver was just like, "Oh, you know what? Funny you say that. I'm friends with the original Jimmy Olsen." I was like, "Huh?" He's like, "Yeah, the guy who plays Marty McFly's older brother. He played Jimmy Olsen." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, yeah." And like, I'm friends with him. I'm like, "You're friends with Jimmy Olsen?" Like, "Yeah." And I was like, "That's fucking weird, man." I mean, this guy's friends with
Friends with Marty McFly? No, I'm just kidding.
No, not
I'm,
with
I'm friends with a fictional character, huh? You drinking again? What's wrong with you?
5 out of 10 rating on Uber.
Ben Whishaw is in talks to join the Elden Ring movie. I don't know who that is, but all right. Cool.
Is that Q from the Bond movies?
I don't know. I'll pull up. This is what it shows. It just literally happened a minute ago.
It is him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Q.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if he's talking probably to Star, but
I haven't played Elden Ring, so I
Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah.
I'll
I
never
need,
play that game.
I need to play
so
it.
I might watch
It's just not usually my style of game.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
Play it, though. Be a
I
man.
do want to play it though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm never touching another system until
I
Grand
suck
Theft
at
Auto
games.
6
I'm
comes
not.
out.
Yeah, well, so I asked my brother about the new one. He's like, dude, you didn't even play the first one. He basically told me, he's like, dude, you're gonna be trash at this. Like, I don't need you on my team. Like, okay. All right, cool. I'll save the $50 then.
Oh,
you on the road?
this is actually the real name of the movie of Superman. It's actually this.
Metropolis.
I saw
yeah.
somebody, a friend of mine, who had issues with the film and put that in their video, and I was like, okay, cool. Next.
I definitely felt that like Squidward meme of him like staring out his window while SpongeBob and Patrick are outside playing last night, where everyone's just seeing the movie.
Oh man, I'm sorry, man. Yeah.
I'm just like, aw.
You know, you're talking about earlier about getting Gunn and what's his face together, right?
Is that you, Darren?
Yeah, of course.
Where's
what?
But
If Gunn and Snyder got
Snyder?
together and made one, they need to do Flashpoint.
A movie. Yeah.
That would be a good one to do live action.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I mean,
That was the idea for the Flash movie, right? Like,
yeah,
that was,
yeah. I was like,
Yeah,
but
but no.
already, yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
they
can
did an
get, you
animated
can get
movie. That
Batman's
movie's already
dad
good.
as the gun-toting Batman.
I would almost like a cosmic style movie.
Mm.
Who's writing? Who's directing?
I would.
I think if they shared it a little bit, it might.
Yeah, like
work.
my idea would be they co-write the script, Gunn directs, and Snyder does cinematography.
DP.
Oh, they would be so pissed.
Yeah.
They would have a heyday. How dare you not let him direct?
Yeah.
He made him step back.
As long as he doesn't use the lens from Army of the Dead, I'm like, cool.
As soon
Do
as
I
the
see
Blu-ray
it or not?
As soon as
What
the
do I do?
Blu-ray came out, There'd be like a Gunn version and a Snyder version.
Oh
right next to
god.
each other.
no.
Oh, it's a choose your own adventure, right?
Oh,
so
my
it's,
God.
right there.
all right, it's like, all right, do you want to go down the Snyder path or do you want to go down the Gunn path?
RPG.
Yeah. No, it's just a Telltale game, actually.
Yeah.
Do you want a lot of slow motion or do you want a lot of jokes? Which one do you want to go? How do you want this?
Or
to
slow
go?
motion jokes. The worst.
Slow motion joke sounds terrible.
It'd be like a sloth in Zootopia.
Yeah.
It's a great meme, though.
That was That would be
Yeah, I
it.
don't know what I could think they would do together that would be like cool. There's something in these.
So there's something that they did. We will find it. We will find it.
Because he already did Justice League, so I'm like, all right, we can't do that again.
Yeah.
What else?
No.
I'm just looking at something right now. Like there is a guy crashing so hard right now on Twitter about the whole Superman thing. Like he is losing his mind.
He's that Lex Luthor meme.
Pretty much. So what he's saying is like he has made videos for months on end. And fine, if he didn't like the movie, but here's the issue. For months he kept making videos about how the new regime of DC and all this stuff, James Gunn, it's all fucking terrible, it's all bad. He's posting saying, I went to the screening last night. So he paid money to go on an early screening, and he said, I even bought a special cup for the movie. And then he says, what's sad is Warner Brothers has screwed things up so bad that I have zero feelings going into this. Like, zero feelings? Dude, what the fuck? You've been screaming about how this movie's going to be shit for months. And then, of course, he hates it. Yeah. And then, yeah, I'm just like, okay.
I think
Again,
honestly,
it's that kind of like
it's
any
blind hate.
at that point, any publicity is good publicity, right? So you got the people that are going to go hate watch it and give it give the studio the money and say, oh, this movie's so bad. But I think in a lot of ways too, that will get some people more intrigued as well. It's like, oh, well, like if 75% of the people seem to really, really like this movie, 25% are like, oh, this is the worst movie of all time, then it's gotta fall somewhere in the middle, you know.
They're probably going to look forward to the Elseworld stuff. I'm like, all right, you don't want to vibe with the main DCU storyline. Wait for the Elseworlds. There's plenty of stuff to do, hard edge stuff that's not fully connected, and yeah, you can tickle your belly or whatever of like, just I need hard edge stuff, none of this kitty shit. It's just like, Jesus, dude, like, come on now.
Yeah.
I think some people are just addicted to hate watching. To be honest with you,
It's a drug. It's a drug.
Yeah.
You get more
100%.
more people engaged when you do the hate and you do negative stuff. Even if you could be just sitting there like, oh my God, I love this film in life, but you online like, oh man, I hate it. What is with this?
And you wonder because literally there's so many videos that are made nowadays, and literally within 24 hours, if they're hate-filled videos or ranting or even embellishing shit that's not true, 20, 30, 40,000 views. But yet someone doing a positive video can't even crack 1,000.
Exactly.
Because the algorithm pushes the negative shit. That's why nothing against them.
The algorithm feeds on negativity.
But that's also how our brains operate too. Like you can have 10 great comments on a video being like, I love this video, this is awesome, this is amazing. But that one being like, I didn't like this, that's in your brain all day. That's all you're thinking about. You're not thinking about that guy that said nice video. You're thinking about that one that says you suck. And it's just like, I think it's how our brains, I don't know if that's how it's always been. I think that's just how our brains are wired to just focus in on what.
Sadly.
Well, I mean, think about like news, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to, have a whole day's worth of news of, okay, a cat got saved from a tree and, they put out a fire here and like, oh, we stopped the bad guys there. Like, no, it's going to be like, all right, we're, here, news at 5, fatal crash or like, all this, like just stuff that like, you don't want to hear, but like, it will get people to watch it.
To be honest, I wouldn't watch the news if it's just the guy saves kitten in the tree. That's not selling me.
Yeah,
personally.
Right.
But
you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
It's just like when you pass a car accident. Everybody stares at it. It slows everything down.
Yeah.
You just want to see the drama. You just want to see what happened, how bad it was.
What is it? It's red equals green.
Yeah.
You see red, you make the green, you make the money.
Yeah, I know. Even though I know he's one of the biggest reviewers on YouTube, Jeremy Johns' review of Superman got hit a million views. However, I think part of it is because there's a part where he was saying, it's good if you're really drunk. Like that's kind of his review. People were embellishing it, saying he hated the movie and was sharing like bits from it on Twitter. And I think that was pushing his video even more because of those things that are trying to push the narrative that it's a bad movie. Like, okay, Jeremy Johns, who's one of the biggest reviewers on YouTube, says he didn't love it. He gave it a lower grade. It doesn't really mean shit because people are still going to go form their opinion because there's so many people in this world that don't watch YouTube. And I think a lot of us forget that. We just think, oh, YouTube is the biggest thing. It is, but people don't go out of the way to look for reviews on a movie. If they see a trailer, they're going to go see the movie. They don't care what a lot of people on fucking line scream or yelling about. People, if we push the Snyder cut, or like the restore the Snyderverse movie, everyone's going to see it. Well, no, the same people who've been seeing it for years are going to see it again and again and again.
Because a lot of these YouTubers, I don't see a lot of their stuff. I don't see every single video of theirs.
Even on that, it's like a large scale, right? A pool of 1 million people saw this negative review. That's not going to affect the other tens of millions or even hundreds of millions of people that are actually going to go see the movie. No. Without any of that outside interference. People that are just like, oh, I'm a fan of Superman. I'm going to go watch the new Superman movie.
Yeah. And even if even if every Snyder fan went to go do it, it wouldn't be enough. Like, I feel like the people that are screaming actually don't really care, because if they did, they would have went to go see Black Adam. They would have lined up and been like, Henry Cavill's in here. That was their chance. That was the final 10-foot moment to bring back their universe. Because if that movie came out, it made $1 billion. It did fantastic at the box office. I know that sounds very silly. We wouldn't be here, right? We would have been getting, okay, Man of Steel 2. Let's try and talk to Ben Affleck, see if he wants to come back. He probably wouldn't have, but let's try. Let's get Gal back in here. They would have marched forward with all of this.
Yeah,
but they didn't.
I'm gonna shock people right now with what I've been saying. How much I like the movie. I'm gonna shock people right now. I like the movie a lot. It is not my favorite James Gunn thing. I don't think it makes my top 3 favorite James thing. And guess what? I still had a blast, and I would watch it again. I would want to go back to that world and revisit those characters again. And some people, when to hear people say that from others, not just me, others, if people can combobulate that stuff, they're like, no, it has to be either the best thing or the worst thing. There is no more space for middle ground. There's no more space for liking something as a whole, but also not shying away that there's stuff that they didn't connect with or thought would have been nice to have been less of or would have been more of. Me and Jordan, I know there's stuff that we wish we could have gotten more of and less of, and yet we had a blast.
Yeah, had a fun time.
I was gonna say, I feel like I connected the most with it, but I also don't think it's the perfect movie, if that makes sense. It's kind of like one of
And it doesn't have to be either.
Exactly.
I think
people have that expectation as if it has to be a 10 out of 10, and it's just you can still enjoy a movie that's a 6.5.
Yeah. It just matters how you connect with it. Yeah,
exactly.
100%. And that's the thing, because as I've been saying, film is always subjective. A lot of things are very subjective. Music, TV, all of it's subjective. So who gives a shit if someone dislikes something? If you're interested in it, go see it. Because there's been people for months saying Fantastic Four is going to be terrible because of this, or this movie's going to be bad because of this. Who gives a shit? If you're interested,
I think we're going to have two amazing comic book movies come out in the same month.
Fantastic.
And Jurassic World.
Super.
I mean, that's
fantastic.
July has been
yeah.
Rebirth.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Bottom line, after these reviews came out, I'm even more excited to see this movie. I'm also very, very excited for Fantastic Four. I think that clip that they just released a day or so ago with Silver Surfer, amazing.
Yeah. I herald his beginning. I love that. That scene's great. Love it.
Yeah, what is it? I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus. That's chilling.
I really love that it feels just like a giant doomsday clock is ticking down, and they I just love that whole. I love that whole thing for the idea.
It actually feels like there's stakes. It's oh, this is another
Doomsday?
Earth. Yeah, or not, Doomsday. No, but this is another Earth. They could actually just wipe this planet from the multiverse.
Yeah,
they could, and they should.
Good.
I hope they.
should.
I honestly hope the movie ends with them having to flee their Earth and come to 616 because it just got destroyed. Like literally, they lose. Everybody died, and the Earth just belongs to Galactus at that point.
I kind of hope it's not 616 though, because I think like everyone and their mom is saying that, right? Like I think everyone going into the movie is like, okay, it's going to end the movie, and they're going to that Earth. I kind of hope it's like a huge misdirect, right? Because we have.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah.
Like we have obviously the end of the movie. What happened at like at the end of Thunderbolts? I think someone else might be in there. I think it'd be a really fun twist if the end of Fantastic Four is not them going to 616. If they go to that other X-Men Earth.
Yeah.
That was at the end of
that's a good
Hell
idea.
Guys, and it's like,
That's a good idea.
Yeah, like that.
Where they have
That's a good idea.
The Onslaught thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this.
From,
there's a
from the
photo
90s.
right now floating on the internet that alludes to potential, if you will, with FF and other stuff. And I'm like,
I don't want to know
the three characters.
Yeah.
Ronan,
just
can you imagine
whoever shared that photo?
They just don't give a damn no more.
It's strategic leaks. Come on, like
They need to strategically stop.
Hey, I don't blame you.
Bring the guns out.
Do y'all think Fantastic Four is going to leave on a cliffhanger?
Yeah,
Like a
100%.
cliffhanger. Like,
I think it's.
100%.
I like the idea of the planet blowing up and them going to the X-Men Earth because we've already set that up in the Marvels.
Yeah.
We've already seen Beast. We know, and presumably that's the same Beast we're going to see, which is fucking crazy that you set that up in the Marvels. Beast, Professor X, and then there's her mom, right? And that's the new X-Men cast. And literally it was like they weren't even going to do Doomsday back when that movie was made, and all of a sudden now they're retroactively making that fit into this new Avengers movie. Holy shit!
Can you imagine? You start with that majestic Fantastic Four theme, and you slowly transition. And they land on the planet, and then you have James Marsden in the fucking Cyclops outfit, and just
it
be
cuts.
like, "Who the hell are you guys?" And it's just him in his iconic suit or whatever.
I think,
or
Darren,
or he says something like, "I thought you guys were dead." Like maybe they're Fantastic Four.
I think the perfect way they could end it is because we got the Thunderbolts end credits. If they did almost a split screen and they're going out, but it's not the same sky as we saw at the end of Thunderbolts, and you were like, oh my god, who's in that other ship? And that,
I think that's
you don't get the answer to that.
Yeah,
I think Dr. Doom's in that ship.
Yeah,
that's why I hope
that's
the
a good
movie,
idea.
It ends whether it ends on a cliffhanger or not. I just hope that make the movie be a great standalone that you don't have to continue on it. This is the beginning, middle, end, and then. If you really like the characters and you want to see more of ... there's more to tell. And again, if you've seen Thunderbolts, you know that there's a path.
I will tell you, I haven't really been checking out any of the TV spots because I want to go. I watched the main trailers. That was it. I did catch a glimpse of one thing. It's not like a spoiler or anything, but it got me more excited because the most nervous thing I was excited, or most nervous about, was how are they going to be together, dynamic wise. And I watched that scene of them eating, having dinner together, and that whole it was perfect.
Fantastic.
No, yeah.
Say that again.
Say that again.
It's
There you go. Had to get one more in there.
Yeah, James Gunn's been posting some stuff that out of context you're like, huh? But then when you see the movie, you're like, okay, interesting. I don't know why he's sharing some shit already because it's not out yet. James, it's not out yet. Stop posting shit. It's not spoilers. It's not heavy spoilers, but it's just dude, stop posting shit because it makes more sense when the movie's already out.
Yeah, and I can't when they can finally start talking about the movie, spoilers related, it'll be interesting to talk about how they come up with this idea, why they chose to go about this, and what does this mean onward.
Yeah, that's my question because
I know
I have a lot of questions about Lex specifically. I'm like, okay, wait, Lex can do. I'm not gonna say Lex can do this, but this is what we're doing. This already happened, so we're doing this over here. What the fuck, Lex? You've already done something that's so fucking crazy. Why are you doing this? You've already done this, man. Oh, dog. Okay, yeah. Crypto. Just by the way. Crypto steals every fucking scene. Crypto is fantastic
Yay.
in this movie. Crypto is so fun.
Can I add that like Mr. Terrific and Crypto? They're the ones that like I was
man.
I need to see more of them, please.
Spin-offs.
So obviously, Mr. Terrific, a version was an Arrow. After the movie's over, I'm like, honey, did you recognize that character? She's like, who? I'm like, Mr. Terrific. She's like, who? I'm like, remember that guy from
The
Arrow?
hacker.
The hacker guy, and then he went out in the field and he had the sphere. She's like, no. I'm like, oh god, honey, okay, and it's fine because this was definitely a better interpretation of the character. Like I just think he did a better job on it.
I loved Curtis on Arrow, but that wasn't a good adaptation of Mr. Terrific.
I'm just curious who braided his hair before every mission.
That's fair. That's always been the question. Because like, because when you think about it, it's like, okay, because
he probably just had Barry on speed dial. It's like, come on, just like
they all suit up. Like he's like suit up, and then like they literally get to the warehouse in like 5 minutes roughly. He's already a completely different person. Like the fuck just happened? Like did he go? Like did he like was he able to stop time and do all this shit? And then all right, let's go.
Yeah,
maybe it's like a program on the T spheres. It just like you know, it just does that as it's as they're taking him to the. They should have actually done that as an explanation to explain that. But I love I just love the role that Mr. Terrific played specifically. Like I just love what they do with him because he is the most important character out of the Justice Gang. Like no doubt. Like I really like his portrayal. And my question was, as somebody who's a DC fan, I'm like, okay, I know who Mr. Terrific is. Why the fuck is he in this movie? Now you understand why he's in this movie.
Yeah.
And it gets me so excited for like what James Gunn's going to be doing. Like not just like directing, but just writing and consulting on because he made a character, Mr. Terrific, who people thought, why would we have this character in a Superman movie? Wow.
Because he even made a tweet. He's like, I'm not just gonna put characters in my movie for the sake of it. Like I'm going to make it kind of fit with the plot. And that kind of tracks now.
100%. Now sure. There could have been some more stuff with certain characters. Sure.
Yeah.
But this is like, even though Jameson, this is obviously creating the DC universe. I wasn't trying to do a lot of stuff setting up, but there's clearly setup that he's doing. Like you wouldn't have these characters just to be here. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't seen it yet, but I think out of all the characters announced, Mr. Terrific feels like the one that's like pitch a spinoff, pitch a TV show, or pitch a movie.
100%, 100%. Because like there's been some people who've already seen like I don't like his portrayal. I'm like. He was one of the best fucking characters in the movie. Yeah. Now, I get it. If you didn't respond to it, that's fine. But for me, hearing that, I'm like, wow. Because I could say that. Yeah, because like there's a reason why he's in the marketing pretty heavily. There's a reason.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and everything happens for a reason. Like that's what I really appreciate about this movie. Everything happens for a reason. There's nothing in this movie that happens that goes, okay, whatever. We're just going to add that in. No, everything flows and makes sense.
Yeah.
So Chekhov's gun. Chekhov's gun.
Chekhov from Star Trek?
Chekhov's gun. What?
No, Chekhov's gun.
Oh,
like the.
I'm so confused. The hell you're talking about? What?
No, so it's a technique. Like if something shows up, it has a purpose. Chekhov's gun. It's
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then gun. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was,
the gun bit.
Yeah.
I was sorry.
It was bad that I had to explain it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I pulled a deep cut.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
He pulled the deep cut of the deep gun. But yeah, I would say I'm really curious to see how people are going to respond specifically to the kind of secondary characters because I think everyone mostly is going to at least somewhat like or love Superman. And you could even, and honestly, I wouldn't blame people if they said Lois Lane's the best character in the movie because she is fucking great. I love Rachel Brosnahan. Yeah, she's great. Like there's a scene with Jimmy. I was like, and I'm watching it happen. I'm like, and then he's like, I'm like, okay, I've seen that.
I loved Jimmy.
Jimmy Olsen.
Oh, Jimmy Olsen.
Oh my god!
There's a scene with there's an underlying bit with Jimmy.
Yeah,
great. It is so great. And at first you're like, what? And I also love how I can't say that, but I just love that how they handled Jimmy because I'm like, okay, they could easily make just Jimmy just the photographer, and there really isn't much to him. Oh, they give that guy some interesting.
They involve
bits.
him in the plot. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God. I know some of the leaks. I know what you're talking about. Oh God.
I don't know because there's a lot of fake leaks out there.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I'm just saying.
I heard though
No.
I heard though in context everything plays out so much better than it sounds.
That's the thing,
If that
'cause
makes sense.
There was some leaks I did see that are wrong and are right.
Yeah.
Out of context, yes. Because I'm looking at James Gunn, like I was saying, he's posting stuff on Instagram and shit, like stories of stuff that you're like, why is he posting
It's like,
this?
what does this have to do?
He
with
posts
anything?
he posts a poster of something that's in the movie. And I'm like, out of context, you're like, what the fuck is this? But when you see the movie, you understand completely. This is actually a really cool post that he did. But why are you posting it the day before?
So it's spoilers out of context.
Not really. It's not even a spoiler.
Just a
It's
loop.
like it's something that's mentioned by Clark that actually resonates very well. And it's something that the film actually focuses on. You're like, oh, okay, that's what. Okay.
Okay.
Also,
Like I said, there's a lot of good dialogue moments. Pay attention. Listen.
Yeah.
Don't tune out. Listen.
Jordan, I don't know about
attention.
you, but I remember there was a hoopla for when that first official photo of Superman, when he was putting on the boot and with that background and whatnot.
Yes.
I appreciate that photo so much more because I know what that means. I know what that signifies in context with the movie. Like I have so much appreciation for that photo more now, and with seeing the movie now, it's I can't wait for y'all to see it.
And you've seen it a bit in the trailer. The scene with Pa Kent and Clark. That is probably the best scene in the movie, in my opinion.
It's up there.
Like it is. The dialogue, man. My God.
The question I have is: does Superman put babies in a microwave at all in this movie? Is that
Look? I didn't want to say it out loud, but it's not just one.
Gotcha.
It's 20
Good.
in one microwave.
And then he throws them in there.
He's just slamming them in there.
He
went full
microwaved
oven
them
on this
all, not just the men, but the women and the children too.
I remember seeing that for the I saw it reversed first before seeing the movie, and I was like, what the fuck is this movie? Why is he putting babies in the microwave? What could possibly be the context? It was like
comedy.
They just reversed it and made it funny.
I really
okay.
thought we were done talking about this fucking movie.
No, never. Never, Jordan.
The Flash never goes away. God damn it. But yeah. So if you're going in expecting Man of Steel, you'll be disappointed. Like it's a very different movie, 100%. Like that's the point, because it's totally like my wife's like, I don't think I've seen Man of Steel. I'm like, no, you probably haven't, because you just don't watch comic book shit hardly. She's like, well, is it like this? I'm like, no, it's not like this at all. No, it's more dramatic. It's an origin story. No, very different. No, but
I'm just glad they're not starting all over again like they have in the past with the origin story.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my main hiccup with going back to the theaters to see these movies is it another origin story again and again and again?
Yeah.
No, and they handled it beautifully, getting past that.
Yeah,
like the movie, it's pretty well done. And there obviously is callback to dialogue, but it's like very brief. But it's more so about him as the character, not so much like, oh, let's just talk about 5 minutes about the brief origin. Like, no, it's like he's referencing certain things because it makes sense for the character, because he's only a couple years into being Superman. Yeah. He's not like a veteran, like 10, 20 plus years. Like he's been doing this only for a couple of years and shit. So
he's the new kid on the block. Yeah,
literally, like him appearing changes everything. And James has already said that, so it's not a spoiler. Like him appearing as Superman changed everything on that planet. So, yeah.
I still love how Superman and Lois did the origin story, where they spent the first 3 minutes being like, "Hey, this is who I am. This is where I came from." It's this beautiful epilogue of his life up until that point, and then it's like, but it's not an origin story, right? It's the opposite. Actually, this is Clark
just going through the timeline
for 20 years, and it's like, oh, that's beautiful. Like arguably the best scene in the whole show, where he comes down in his trunks. He's like, yeah, my mom made it for me, and then
it's like Superman is like the cool suit. Yeah, my mom made it for me. He's all happy. He's like, yeah.
So awesome.
Yeah, yeah, it was fun. Yeah, but so that's Superman. A 0 out of 10. It's too woke, honestly.
Yeah, makes sense.
Terrible. Yeah, whatever.
Can you guys?
Well,
say...
I mean, I have, if you're over there on Criticlist, like I am too with Chainsaw.
Oh, some of my reviews, some of my review got downvoted.
My shorts
I don't understand, dude.
All
right. My review for 28 weeks later got downvoted twice.
Oh yeah.
So,
when I dropped my Superman shorts,
my ass.
It was like 50-50 for like hours. I was
really?
Like, wow. Yeah.
I uploaded a short from a stream I did this week where it wasn't even about the movie. I still haven't seen it, but it was just about like why we need Superman now and like why we need hope in the world. And I had about 4 comments being like trash, garbage, and it's like, do you not want hope at all? Like not even like in the movie, just in life. Are you okay? Do we need
trash
for you?
People hate hope is crazy.
No hope for me.
Fighting against
I'd rather fight my demons.
This is my villain origin story.
Yeah.
So what I started doing on Criticlist, and you might want to do the same thing. I don't know. Everybody that posted a bogus review of 28 years later, I went and did a thumbs down on every single one of them. It's like, screw you guys.
Yeah, I got 8 likes and 3 dislikes.
Yeah. I
don't know if it's because like, oh, he doesn't like it enough, or he likes it,
or just to complain,
Well, that's the thing. Like, people are not even fucking saying what. Like, just tell me, like, what is it? Like, I'm looking at Letterboxd right now. Obviously, we can't like assume all this is right, but like, over 13,000 people have 5-starred this movie already. God damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll see. I mean, obviously the true numbers will come out once it's like actually out in the weekend.
Out. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to see how much money it makes.
$1.
That's pretty accurate.
My prediction.
$1 gunzillion.
$1 gunzillion.
Can you guys say, and maybe you can't, but did you guys enjoy this or Creatures better? Which one did you guys enjoy more? This? Okay.
I didn't finish Creature Commandos. I felt like the first 3 episodes.
But I still really enjoyed Creature Commandos.
Okay.
I think I do enjoy Creatures more, but man, and again, it's because I'm more of an outcast guy with the characters. But man, and again, I like Superman, but he's not my favorite. But man, I'm telling you, I want to go get a comic book of Superman, and I haven't done that in a while. So
the movie is giving away a comic book. Well, the one ours is giving away a comic book.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
Ronan,
I've never seen another regime promote their books
as
much as DC's been doing now under Gunn.
Oh, it's smart.
I respect a lot.
I love I went to the comic shop as soon as they announced the like slate like 2.5 years ago, and I went and I had a list. I was like, hey, I would like this, this, and this because that's all he recommended. It's like they're all out. Everyone has had the same exact idea, and that was beautiful. And I was like, you know what? Hell yeah! And I left with nothing in my hand. So I was like, you know what?
You know what I love seeing is that during the premiere at night, once I think it was the after party, Marv Wolfman, who was a legend in DC Comics, co-created the new Teen Titans, and he's the co-creator of Cat Grant. I think she's one of the Daily Planet bullpen like reporters. Michaela Hoover, who plays in the movie, went to go say hi to Marv Wolfman, and he was so happy. He's like, "Oh, you did such a good job!" And like the fact that like even the co-creators of all these characters that are like, supporting cast got invited and like getting that attention. I just
that's cool.
I love that shit.
It's funny you mentioned because you were like talking about how you're a big fan of like you're not typically a huge fan of Superman. I'm not. I'm usually a big Batman guy, and like I was, how do I explain this? I guess I was like a little excited when the Superman got announced, but I wasn't like, I've never been a big Superman guy. I don't think it was the teaser trailer. It was the official trailer. When I saw that official trailer, I was like, whoa, now I'm a little bit more excited. And then I obviously went to go see the movie, and I can't even believe like how positive I was on it, being like not like a super obsessive Superman fan.
I hope this changes the narrative on Superman because I feel like
yes,
and like
it changed for me. It made it, and I'll be honest, like it makes me want to get more into the character, read more about the character.
good because like there's so many people who's like, well, Superman's boring. I don't like blah 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 blah. And
I never felt like that.
I never felt like that either. But I do understand from just like people who only watch the movie side of it, where it's like, well, we have 2 hours, and he is that kind of quote unquote like goody two shoes. But I think like once you kind of like get to dive in, if that's in the comics or in the various TV stuff that we got, I think he quickly becomes very unboring, especially now that we've got so many evil Supermans. To me, it's so much more fascinating.
Refreshing to just have a good Superman. Yes,
he can do anything he wants, but he can't. He won't, and that's so much harder.
It's just all I need. All I need is my Superman to, at the end of the day, have a good heart, want to do the right thing, and exemplify the characteristics that you would imagine the pinnacle superhero to embody.
Well, see,
guys, you're gonna love this movie. You're gonna love this movie.
Yeah. No, and again, that's where I'm gonna leave it. I'm a huge Superman fan, honestly. I in the Batman versus Superman era, I was always all right, Team Superman, everybody's Team Batman, all that,
Yeah.
But I was always Team Superman, and I think I've just always had a soft spot for Superman, and it just has been, the who wouldn't look up to Superman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
you got to understand, in the 90s, when it comes to the Superman comics, it was kind of boring in the 90s. And they experimented a lot in the 90s that really screwed up some of the story. Like you had at one time, you had like a red and a blue Superman in the 90s. That was like lightning, which is weird. And they kind of split, and then they came back together as regular Superman. They did all kinds of weird things in the 90s that kind of like didn't make any sense.
I mean, the 90s were weird for comics, weren't they?
Yeah, it was so. I think that there's a lot of kids from that era who probably think Superman is still boring from that era.
Yeah.
So, especially when the next thing that comes out after the 90s is a 2005 movie, which didn't really do good. I liked it.
Yeah.
But
again, I'll die on the hill that Superman Returns was actually really good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I think, again, Brandon Routh is a great Superman, and we saw that once again with Crisis.
Crisis, yeah.
And Kevin Spacey played a great Lex Luthor too. God, man. I actually thought it was still Gene Hackman playing Lex Luthor. He was just basically playing Gene Hackman's version of Lex Luthor.
Yeah, and the same thing with Brandon Routh, just basically embodying Christopher Reeve.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I can understand where people come from when they say this boring, but at the same time, I haven't looked back into it myself since the 90s when it comes to the actual comics. So I don't know what's happened since then. The only reason I knew about the 90s comics because I had a younger brother who was just collecting them all the time.
Yeah.
And I would just like skim through them real quick and see what's going on. And I was like, this is kind of weird. I'm not going to keep reading this. So, because they did the whole Death of Superman in the 90s too. I think just to sell books, really.
Spice things up a little bit.
Yeah.
And even then, there hasn't been a Superman movie since 2013?
Over a decade.
Yeah. Over a decade. So unless you are watching the TV stuff, which most people were not,
Superman
or
and
the
Lois,
animated
we got
movie.
The best incarnation of Superman to date with Superman and Lois.
Which yes, those are incredible. But
to me, that is pinnacle Superman.
I agree.
I don't care what anybody else says. Really great. Have your Smallville. Have your even Christopher Reeve Superman. Awesome. But
Tyler.
Yeah. No, Tyler. I think Tyler reinvented the wheel, and I think My Adventures has kind of carried it on. And I'm hoping
I was trying to get there.
Carries it home. Yeah. I think that trio of stuff is hopefully going to reinvent what Superman is to the modern age. I think that's
and I do think awesome. A lot of people too, they have the idea of Superman. It's okay, even if you look back at Justice League Unlimited, he was fairly one note. There wasn't a ton of depth there. But now we've gotten such a complex character study of Superman over the years and so many different perspectives on him. Again, not to bring back the Snyder vision of things, but, that was such a different incarnation of Superman, and that opened him up to a completely different audience. The TV version, seeing him go from just kind of a side character to then having his own show with Superman and Lois, again, amazing. A new take with My Adventures, and now we're getting to see another side of that, and it seems like Gunn has kind of combined all of the best elements from the animated series, from recent incarnations, from the classics, from the comics, and kind of made a amalgam Superman that is the best of everything. So I'm excited. And with that, guys, I gotta hop out for the night. But thanks for having me.
Seems like you and Defro both have to head out. Thanks, guys, for being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
I do also have to head out. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
okay, everyone's leaving. All right.
They hate us. It's okay.
It was so good. That was a mic drop moment. All right. Good night, everybody.
Hey guys.
Take care. Have a great time. Thank you guys.
Peace out.
Bye,
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
I want to stay long enough for you to bring up the link that I just sent you,
Okay.
and then I'll head out.
Let's see.
That's what I was
The red and blue.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That was the weirdest thing I ever saw that they did in the 90s. And it was it didn't go over very well.
Yeah, but they split them in two, yeah.
Yeah. So
that is strange.
and apparently Lois was with both of them. Give them a
Go Lois.
Go for her. Yeah, good for her.
Like, how's this lighting thing supposed to work?
Stay like this, actually.
Jesus.
But anyway, that is me out of here, guys. I appreciate you having me on again.
Of course, man. Of course. You have a good night, man.
All right, see ya.
See ya. Bye. Bye.
Y'all really have me excited. Superman.
Oh yeah.
Y'all have me really excited.
You should have been.
I'm a Batman fan. But y'all definitely have me excited for it.
It's worth price of admission, in my opinion. Like I was so happy that I spent that money to hang out there. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, when are you going to go see it for the second time?
I've already seen the second time.
That's crazy.
Tomorrow.
I can't go till Friday, and it's driving me crazy.
I love you.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
I'm gonna try Saturday probably. We'll see.
I think I'm gonna delete Twitter again tomorrow, just because I know everyone's gonna be posting their shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They already
crazy.
They already posting like crazy.
I know, it's people have no self-control.
No, I noticed that when some TV shows get released like a day earlier before everything else, and people like spoiling it as soon as it comes. Oh my god, did you see that? I'm like, wait, what? It just literally came out an hour ago. Relax. Nah.
Yeah, I think like especially on Twitter, it's gone really bad because now with Twitter Blue and stuff like that, like you're getting paid for hit tweets. So like videos are a great way for like a hit tweet if you're the first person to post a viral clip or something. So people are like immediately just posting all the stuff, being like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy," and getting all this kind of money. So I think that's made it worse. And like TikTok is like the same way. Like you could just post a clip of something, you'll get thousands of likes, and you'll get paid for it. So
yeah, that's the thing though. At this point, it's like you can just repurpose and repost shit.
Yeah.
That isn't even your content. That's why I'm glad YouTube is cracking down on that.
Yes.
So because like now it's like, well, people are like worried like, oh, are they gonna come after like certain channels like reaction channels? Like no, because they're going after people that are just like re-uploading shit that isn't theirs. Because there's people that literally re-upload clips from podcasts and shit, and they get millions of views and earn all this money, and they're not even actually making content.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, it ruins the name of people who actually put in that hard work to make real content.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm glad YouTube's actually doing something about it.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous as shit.
Too bad TikTok isn't, because I feel like that's where the worst of it is. Just the people that are like,
oh, 100%. Like there are so many well, there's also like just where TikTok accounts are just like reposting YouTube clips, and it's weird. Like when I see like stuff being posted from people that I know, like literally like Ultra Sergeant, Dr. Flashpoint, these fan like trailer creators who go out of their way to spend months and months making these like fan trailer projects and these things. Yeah. And the people are just reposting them and not crediting them like, oh, this would be amazing. It's like, where's the credit? Because like you cut out the freaking, you expanded it to where you can't see their freaking watermark.
That's
it's just
I
stupid,
know.
man.
Like, I know Brown Table really struggled with that, where like he made those like animated projects and stuff like that, and he's had to start like putting like stuff in the middle of the screen where people can't like cut off his own watermark and use it as their own. And like that's sad that you have to go that route and do it. Like you have to not ruin your project, but like go extra steps to prevent people from doing that. It's outrageous. I hate it.
Yeah.
Because then, like, seeing a watermark floating around, you just like, this could be so great if I didn't have it, but I have to because people are going to try to steal and steal my stuff.
Yeah, and obviously that's really shitty, you know, that people are doing that and the people are getting away with it too.
Yeah.
Right.
It's really just stupid as hell. I guess we'll bring him in. What's up, Phil?
Hey, guys.
Hey, man.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
Hello.
I just woke up.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, I bet he's sleeping.
Yeah, I was sleeping, definitely. Man,
was it a good nap?
I'm so full from Chinese food. Yes.
Okay. So full of Chinese.
It was really good. Yeah. I'm all right. I'm all right. Another day.
There you go. Yeah, we were just what were we talking about actually? Oh, we were talking about the
YouTube.
crackdown of YouTube and shit, of like them like stopping like people just like re-uploading people's stuff or without credit or like any sort of like they're just stealing other people's content and making money off it. YouTube's cracking down on that. So
good.
Yeah, it is good.
Very good.
I think it's supposed to go to an effect August 1st.
This month. July 15th or something.
Oh, okay, that's perfect.
Yeah, like
awesome. Yeah.
It's more so like they've already been doing it. It's just like now they're making it official, like in like their terms of service and shit about monetization.
As long as it doesn't like get used wrongly, because like so many of those terms of service stuff is like, well, this is what it's supposed to do, but they don't have enough moderators to enforce it. And it kind of goes after the wrong people that are trying to, are following those rules and stuff like that. Like that would be my only concern with it.
Yeah, that's a problem with YouTube and TikTok and just other places. Like the copyright system is very flawed.
Yeah.
Because I think there's like a thing now where Universal, they'll go after reviews that have no footage. It just has screenshots, stills of the movie in their video.
Yeah.
But Universal will claim the video because you're using, our stuff, our intellectual property. You're using our stuff, but we're not using footage. But you're showing a picture from our movie. That's why I'm very stingy on Universal. Like they are just like I don't know. Whoever's running their fucking copyright departments is just idiots. Just dumb, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's with the Christmas hat, man? Like, what were you thinking about the tree hat today?
I feel like I've been wearing a lot of these hats a couple weeks in a row, and I was like, it's been a while since I put on a tree. So
you do you, man.
Christmas in July.
Yeah.
That's literally what he's doing. Yeah.
I mean, this month has been a gift so far, so why not?
It's not been that long of okay. That's fair. I don't know if my work is not really giving me a gift this month, so no. It's been kind of chaotic since the break. So, oh shit! What's up, Jacob?
Hey,
yo,
man.
What you eating, buddy?
What you eating?
Reese's Puffs.
That's awesome.
Here for the cereal ranking.
Yeah, we did a cereal bracket.
Yep, Cinnamon Toast Crunch better won.
I didn't, and I'm pissed.
It didn't. I think it was Fruit Loops.
It was second place though.
Gang.
Cinnamon should be 1, and then Reese's Puffs should be second.
I don't know about that. I don't know how far Reese's Puffs made. I don't know.
Reese got out pretty quickly, I
think. It didn't make it far.
No, it was a thing. It was a long list too, so we had to go. Like we couldn't like really talk about a lot. It's like we had to go. I think there's like 30 something matches each side to start. It was a lot.
You need to do another one of those brackets again. Those were always fun to do.
Oh yeah, we were doing them for last couple of weeks. it's just like, okay, we don't want to do it. We don't want to do an excessively long one that will take forever. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll do the one next week. Who knows? We'll figure it out.
Who's got the best hair on the
Ooh,
Creators of Council? Who's got the best hair?
Yeah.
It might be Ronan. Ronan might have the best hair. Hell yeah.
I'm at a disadvantage right now.
Get your haircut.
Damn it.
And we did like who? See, the one we want to do, Jacob, is actually Darren's hats. Like, which one is the best hat that Darren has?
To be fair, you have a large amount of hats that honestly could be a ranking by itself.
Oh,
yeah, I looked at told him he has to take a photo of every hat he has, and he has to put the hat on so we can see him. Not just because we're not ranking the hat, we're ranking the hat on his head.
Yeah.
What does it look like? And then we do that as a bracket fight. Like, what hat wins?
Yeah.
You know.
So, Uncle Phil, I got to know, with your Zack Snyder shirt on, how excited,
no.
or have you already seen Superman?
He saw it yesterday too.
So, what'd you think?
Oh boy.
I don't think you want me to answer that question.
Okay, without any descriptions, without any context, a sound of what you made after the theater. When the credits roll, what was one sound you can make?
You want to know what that's?
I'm bracing myself.
A sound. There's going to be no context, just a sound.
This was one of the worst superhero movies I've ever watched.
There it is.
Oh, God.
I hope they use that for the marketing.
I really have no desire to talk about this movie. It was far from good. I actually think it was worse than the Suicide Squad. I think James Gunn can't write his way out of a paper bag. That movie was terrible.
All right. I respect your opinion, my good sir.
For sure.
Eat Reese's Puffs. Now I want some Reese's Puffs, to be honest with you. I see him win that.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Dude, cereal at 11 o'clock is...
Yeah.
I used to not have cereal for dinner, but now my wife's got me into doing that now from time to time. I'm like, yeah, that's a fucking good idea. It's simple, straight to the point. Hell yeah. That's got to have more options, though. I got like the big fucking king size 2-bag box from Sam's Club of Fruit Loops. I like Fruit Loops, but I need to have more variety of options. Like, no, okay, I might feel on Fruit Loops tonight. We had waffles and shit tonight, though. It was good.
Do you like the Fruit Loops with the marshmallows?
I've not had those. I've not had them.
I haven't either.
I've never heard of them, actually.
I've only seen them in Walmart, but yeah, you can get.
I'm actually not surprised though, because like they're going crazy. Like Cinnamon Toast Crunch has cinnamon churros crunch now. Like, they're just going fucking bonkers. I can't keep up with this shit.
They're mixing so much stuff together.
Yeah,
Jordan, I'm sending you a link in the private chat of something I thought would be interesting to pull up.
Oh no!
I don't even like that franchise, but I think it's like a what the heck are they doing kind of thing.
Yes. Okay. So I'm looking at this picture here. Let's. I'll look at that in a second. So this is on the front thing here. So they got loaded minis, cinnamon toast crunch, waffles, and Tres Leches toast crunch.
The waffles are a banger though. So
I've never seen that. I don't even know what that is.
They taste like the French toast crunch.
Ooh.
If you remember those.
I don't know. I think I
Oh god!
accidentally-
Oh, Cinegram.
Oh
French
shit!
toast rolls.
I had
The
this
rolls
like
are good,
caramel one, strawberry.
What the fuck?
I didn't fuck with the
I didn't
strawberry.
try
like
that.
I didn't like the strawberry. Not like that.
I tried one, and I don't even think it was from America. Like I think I had to order it from like somewhere else, but it was just
Puffs?
like caramel one.
Stuffed
It was like
puffs.
Bugles.
What the fuck?
That sounds disgusting.
Popcorn.
I have had the like breakfast bar one.
Those are good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The fucking cake. You had the cake.
Cookies.
before?
We have the cookies. Yeah,
Yeah, the cake is good.
that does sound good.
Drink
Think
drink
that's
mix.
next.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've had
Oh,
this. I've had this.
Oh, the hot chocolate.
It's
need to try
good.
that.
Oh, it's so good. Pancake. Oh, there's no pancake. Okay.
Oh,
Topping. Oh, the Cinnadust. Yeah, that's good.
that's just cinnamon.
Yeah, well, it is. Yeah, but-
Just cinnamon
oh
and
yeah.
sugar.
Oh, I forgot they did this. Yes. This is so good on toast. It's fucking amazing. Just saying. Hey, what are you sending me?
I sent you a
Saw
disgusting
this
film
today. I was gonna buy
article.
those.
Oh, wait, is that strawberry? A strawberry.
Is that a Pop Tart of Fantastic Four?
Yeah, Fantastic Four.
Yeah, we have
Please
those at our work.
buy that for your review and eat them while you do your review.
I hope there's only 4 of them in there.
Oh, God.
There's 8. There's 8 in there.
Oh dear, why?
We have to talk about it because it's so stupid. Like I don't even watch these, but
The spinoff Stewart fails to save the
Jesus.
universe. Who gives a fuck?
I do.
read the whole thing though.
It's just follow
dude,
Stewart, who must
that-
restore reality after he breaks Sheldon and learns new device. Cause what the fuck?
Yeah.
Causes a multiversal Armageddon.
Yeah. Yeah. This shit looks dope. Like I want to watch the show because of that.
I kind of low key do. Like
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Stewart.
Chuck Lorre and Zach Penn fucking cook with that. That sounds awesome. That sounds so cool.
Oh, okay.
I'm
looking
excited.
at. I think the 20 best cereals. Let's see here.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch better be number 1.
It is.
So at the top here, number 20 is
What the fuck?
And
whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
Who the
Crisp
No.
Picks,
Who the fuck?
No.
Rice Krispies,
I like Rice Krispies.
Okay.
I like
without
Kind
sugar?
cereal,
Kind? Come on, man.
Special K,
These are healthy, you guys.
Thank you.
Healthy stuff is important.
These people,
Cheerios, regular
these like the
Cheerios,
aunties and grandmas.
honeycomb.
The people that want to protect their heart, right?
Yeah.
Like
The bear, the plane, Captain Crunch.
Yep,
Come on,
Captain
bro.
Crunch,
the blueberry's best one.
Golden Grams.
Johnny
Okay.
would crash out. That's only number
Golden
13.
Grams. As long as I don't see
Life.
snacks, I'm
Oh
good.
God.
Wow.
Life. What the fuck is that?
Magic
Magic
Spoon.
spoon.
Magic
They get
spoon.
sponsored all
What
the time.
I was
They're
just saying that was what is Panda Puffs?
Those look
Man,
like pop.
man,
Who
what
is
is
that?
Peter Poe.
Made up cereal.
Corn flakes.
I like-
number 8?
I like cornflakes, but I'm number 8. Not number
Whose
8.
grandma
What the
made
fuck
this
is
list?
that?
This list is crazy.
Come on, bro.
Whose
Who is
grandma
Kashi?
made this list? This is nuts.
Who is Kashi?
Honey bunches of fudge.
There we go.
Nah,
Okay,
that's
okay.
legit. That's legit.
That's
No, it's
okay.
not. No, it's not. What is this? Tony
is.
Stark cereals? Like, what is this?
Ew, I hate
Number
them.
5?
I hate them.
I didn't raise the bread crunch. Come on, dog.
What the fuck? Puffins. It's
No,
peanut butter, I
Puffins is
guess, but
crazy.
what?
Wow.
Okay.
Jesus.
But what's
Should be
above
higher,
it
but
though?
okay.
It better not be fucking Lucky Charms. It better not be.
It's definitely in there.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Over.
And number
This list
one
so
is
flawed.
oh,
Fruit
what?
Loops.
I mean,
The cereal, as soon as it gets soggy, it is uneatable. Uneatable.
But those are good when you eat them dry.
Okay.
What is?
They're good as soon as you put them in the bowl with
Yeah.
milk. As soon as they're in the bowl, you start eating because it's good.
You gotta
But
rush.
as soon as,
it.
yeah,
You have 5 minutes.
Jazz,
not
did your-
even.
Jazz, did your doctor prescribe you those? Like, what? Why are you eating them?
Just because my heart is pounding stronger because I eat healthier cereal, don't be mad at me.
My heart is fine. My
For
heart
now, you're one bowl away from issues.
Well, as soon as I get off, I'm going to eat one. We're going to see where I be tomorrow, baby.
We got to review Superman this week.
I may not make it.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was not a good ranking. It was
But there's
terrible.
hope.
Nah, that was terrible.
But there's hope.
There's
No
hope.
Fruit Loops or Lucky Charms.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that.
I'm glad me eating cereal brought a whole conversation, guys.
Well,
Yeah.
I think cereal. I think everyone can relate to cereal. Like at one point, you had cereal at some point.
Chainsaw, your beard be looking really dark. What happened?
No, it's just Don't trust me. When I'm looking in the mirror, there are some white hairs in there. I'm like, oh fuck, dude, I'm dying tomorrow. Jesus, it's happening.
He said the white hair means you're going to die.
Yeah, it's happening, dude. I'm done. Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever.
You know.
Oh
Why
God. Oh,
Beard reminds me of the Thing from the Fantastic Four movie that's coming out. It looks almost the same.
he's my dad.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Wait, I'm your dad.
Not debatable.
I guess it was
Well, the
colorism.
thing's got a beard now, so
He does.
Yeah,
Chainsaw
man.
might pull off the beard. So
Now that
Yeah.
movie looks amazing, fantastic even.
Wow.
Say
Say that again.
Fantastic, even.
Fantastic even.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. That one looks really good.
I think visually it looks really good, but I'm not like pumped for it. But visually, I'm like, man, this looks like a well-made movie.
That damn music, man.
It looks like everything Superman was not. So
I agree. The cinematography for Fantastic Four from the trailers, the cinematography looks way better.
yeah, well, I think Matt Shackman I think he knocked it out of the park. That movie's going to be pretty awesome.
And this is not real, but it should be.
Oh God!
Ew.
What?
Wow.
Oreo likes to freak stuff out too, man.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a new one once a week.
I would be very tempted to try that if it was real.
Bro,
What is
we're
this?
trying to kill you.
Yo.
Wow.
I like that's a redneck.
That's the kind of words you'd see where I'm at. In South Carolina, that's the kind of shit you would see right there.
Yeah.
I got a
Quite
few things
possibly,
I put on
yeah.
the Oreo.
Spam.
Not that though.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah, man, spam it up. Muddy buddies. I don't know what that is. Whatever. Oh yeah, corner at the bodega. You can't hardly read that.
Cheetos.
Dr. Pepper. I could see that actually happening now.
Yeah.
It looks like gummy paste. The hell, man.
Ew.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh. The fuck carrot cake. I think that might be a real thing.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
So I got a question for everybody.
Go for it.
So now that we're like in July, and obviously Superman's about to come out, and that's been like a lot of the most anticipated. From now to after Superman, let's not count Superman unless you've not seen it, then you say it. What's a movie for the rest of this year that you want to see? That you're like, I want to see that movie.
Weapons.
Outside of this month. Outside of these.
Weapons is a good one.
Weapons is a great answer.
Well, I've already seen Superman, but outside of the Fantastic Four, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein.
Oh, okay, that's
that
good.
is up there. That is
that.
up there.
Yeah.
And the Knives
looking
Out, Dead Men Don't Tell, whatever the follow up to
Yeah.
Knives
Oh,
Out.
yeah.
I also want.
Yeah, Knives Out.
If it comes out this year.
The
I'm
Running
gonna say
Man.
Mortal Kombat, just for the fights.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. That's a good answer.
Utopia 2 is up there for me.
Black Phone 2.
Yeah.
So
I feel like
Running Man and Predator Badlands actually come out the same day, and they actually also came out in the same year in 1987, the very first Predator movie and the original Running Man film too. So a little bit interesting fact there for you.
That's on the list.
Smurfs. Kidding.
I know what you did last summer. I'm excited for that as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
The long walk.
I can't wait to watch that at home.
Just to see how stupid it is, the Naked Gun reboot.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely into that.
I'm
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess I'm excited for Avatar.
Yeah, me too.
Forgot that was
You know
releasing
what?
this year.
I used to clown the shit out of those movies, but the second one made over $1 billion. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, I am never betting against James Cameron ever again.
I'm not in love with those movies. I'm really not, but I love looking at them. They are like pretty to look at. So
Sure.
like
Just watched the Avatar Way of Water at work.
Predator,
yesterday.
man.
Way of Water is one of the
It's
prettiest
so
movies
good,
I've ever
dude.
seen.
Oh my
like I just like looking at that. It is like
Tyler, it's Running Badlands, bro. Come on, we don't need those really bad date names.
Predator Man.
I've seen like Predator Man,
Wicked Part
Running
2.
Predator. Oh yeah, that.
Oh,
that
Wicked Part 2.
yeah.
I was actually really surprised at how much I actually like
love
that.
Wicked. Yeah.
Even though
Oh, yeah,
I don't,
Utopia 2 comes out.
I don't really buy Ariana Grande as Glinda the Good Witch, but I get why she got the role.
Glinda.
I know my wife's excited for this. It comes out Christmas. It's called The Housemaid. It's based off a book that I actually read too. It's actually pretty decent, but she really liked that book. It's at Cindy Sweeney, so you know it's gonna fucking sell tickets.
Okay.
Well, booking my ticket.
Wallet. There you go.
There's also
Sneak
that
All right.
amazing Anaconda remake coming out with Jack Black.
Oh God,
It's not even
yeah.
actually a remake. It's actually them going to film a movie based off them watching the movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird fucking thing.
It's like a kind of a spoof or something. I don't know.
It's I think it takes place in the universe of the world that they made that movie.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I don't know.
What a niche, like, whatever.
It sounds ridiculous, but you know what?
I do like Jack Black, so I might go. Jacob,
and Paul Rudd's in it too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of Paul Rudd, Jacob, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So, with the actress that played Hope retiring and Michael Douglas retiring, are you nervous about Catherine Newton potentially retiring next? Is that a fear in your horizon?
I thought the rumor Michael Douglas was all like hoax. Like he was like, oh, he wouldn't actually retire unless he gets like the right role.
Nope. I think he's done. But honestly, let the man rest. Like he is 80 years old. He deserves it.
Listen, apparently if you're in Quantum Mania, you're going to announce your retirement the next year. I feel just fine. She's got to work with me first before she retires. So as long as that happens, I'll be okay.
Do you have a role for her to play in an upcoming movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
My wife.
I mean, how does your significant other feel about that?
A significant who?
Who? Like, exactly. Like, huh?
Who the
fuck's that? Who? Who?
My left or right hand? I don't know which one you're talking about.
Damn, dude. Come on now. I saw you submitted Ruby to some festivals, or you submitted at least. I saw one or something. You posted it out.
Oh yeah. We submitted to like 20 something festivals. We got denied a couple, but we got accepted to a couple.
Oh,
but
nice.
we just submitted to Sundance, which, listen, we kind of know what the answer is going to be, but fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, who knows?
Because they're gonna watch it.
Someone has to watch it. Your job is to watch short films. Damn it, watch that one. But no,
I have job that'd be.
It's how I got asked to be a judge one time for a short film thing. I was like, I don't think it was literally when I was during school. I was like, I don't have the time to, but I got asked to do. I was like, oh,
do you
I
get
appreciate
paid
it.
for that, or is it like a
You do
volunteer
get paid.
thing?
You
Okay.
do get paid.
Cool.
You get paid for the one thing, and that's it. Like you're like, hey, watch these short films. We'll give you this amount. And I was like, I appreciate it, but I got like homework to do.
I got real world stuff to do, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, Ruby has been submitted to Sundance. We'll see what happens. But
yeah, did you fix my issue with the movie? Did you fix it?
So
I think it's really distracting. It's like really just like it really takes me out of the movie every time. You know?
So unfortunately, I tried to look up everything I could do, and the only thing I could find was like some Zack Snyder CGI with some lips, and I was like, I can't add that to the guy with the glasses. So I was like, you know what?
Okay,
let's just leave it in the movie. It's okay.
Okay, because I mean, because you know, my wife even started doing it too. When you popped up, she was like, "Boo!" Thumbs down. I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But are you working on a new one? I thought you were working on a new one.
We're working on a couple right now. So I have one coming out next Friday to the public, just straight up on YouTube. I'll post it all over Twitter, and I'll be annoying as hell. I'll be like, hey, go watch it. So that's coming out next Friday. And then we got a little one we're about to work on at the very beginning of August. And then we have another one we want to do in September. And then maybe one more this year, but that's really stretching it because at some point we got to like decide, hey, which movie is going to go to a festival? Which one do we want to put a lot of money into? Which we already put a lot of money into Ruby. Now we kind of take a little break with festivals. Now we're just kind of making stuff, building our resume. So right now we got like 2 in development, and then one's coming out next Friday.
Hell yeah, man. That's cool. I wish I was still making movies, but that all fell apart years ago.
I watched the one that you retweeted the other day, or like you're like, hey, I made
this.
this.
To the Edge. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote that. So what'd you think of the writing specifically?
I mean, it was pretty cool. I mean, again, I don't know like where you were in life and how you saw these characters and these moments, but like I could see like, hey, for a short film, that was pretty well-rounded idea.
Yeah, it just came to me one day. And I was just like, okay. And yeah, okay, you know.
I enjoyed my watch.
I'm not a fan of the editing. because the person who edited, I'm like, oh god, okay, because he made some decisions like, yeah, I wouldn't have done that. No, but it was out of our hands. We got somebody who is friends with my friend at the time, and he was another filmmaker, and he basically spent. And the funny thing, I actually found all the footage on Google Drive by accident. So I'm like, well, I could make my own cut. It ain't gonna happen. But like
the chainsaw cut.
Yeah, because I've always thought there are some decisions that, like, shot wise and things he does. I'm like, I don't know, because there's a part like in the movie where he's on the phone in his car and the sound effects. Oh my god, they're so bad. I'm like, god damn, like, dude, seriously, God. So yeah, I had a good time with that. Yeah. No, Darren, are you tired?
I'm always tired, man.
Sorry, I have to call you out of time. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, Jacob. That's cool, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, people probably don't even know that it even existed or anything else I've done film-wise because it's so old at this point. It's like, who cares?
I remember seeing you share that screenshot of your Star Wars one. I was just like, look at that young Jedi. Look at that young Jedi.
Yeah. Thought that was funny. Yeah, it was cool. I wrote my own characters. I'm cool. Got Star Wars. I got my wife into my wife played a character. She's never seen Star Wars. She was in my movie. I'm like, honey, you're gonna play a Jedi.
Relationship goals.
Yeah. I told her. I remember one day, like, she was so fucking mad at me. I'm like, honey, spoiler alert. No one cares. I die in the last movie. Okay, I had to kill myself. So it's my funeral scene. I told her, honey, I know you're mad at me, but you have to come shoot. You got to be my funeral scene. You got to be there in the there to be a part of the sad Jedi, watch me die and all this shit. And she's like, whatever. I'm like, I know. Sorry, honey. I'll get you some food afterwards. She was like, not happy. But yeah, that was fun. Fun times. Yeah. People just talking in the chat. There's Star Wars film. Dawn of Critics. Are you guys fighting over, or are you fighting critics? I don't know what the hell's going on here.
I have no idea.
I'm confused, Lance. What are you talking about? I don't understand.
I don't get it. Is that a spoof?
It's the bees. I don't know.
Not the bees. That was what I was thinking. Yeah. So what's there? Is everybody's rest of the week? Is it got anything going on fun wise or anything, or just chilling?
Tomorrow, the Ghost of Yote gameplay drops. So I'm gonna see if I can cover that. For Sucker Punch. Should be interesting. We'll see how long it is. I think the video game strikes just ended, so now hopefully it ended. And they resolved the good result for them. But I think now people could start talking about it who are involved.
Okay.
Cool, man. I didn't know the same happened. That's cool, man. I haven't even played Ghost of Tsushima. Don't know, damn. What did you say, Darren?
I mean, just Superman for me, and then my dog has having surgery, or hopefully having surgery again. So that's
didn't you say your dog was like just in a cage for hours? And
yeah, we dropped her off at about 9:30 in the morning, and they called us about 4:30 and said, "Hey, we couldn't do it today. Sorry, you have to come pick her up." And it's like, it's been 7.5 hours. You couldn't have called us like hours ago to tell her she couldn't have it. That would have been nice, But no. But she's going back tomorrow. Hopefully, they can actually do it this time.
That's ridiculous.
They better.
We were pissed.
Yeah, I would be too.
Yeah, that's just dumb.
Yeah.
Is it something serious surgery wise, or?
She has a cancer tumor on her leg that needs to be taken out. Yeah, it's been there for a little while now. We've been trying to get her in, but just like, it's not a cheap surgery. It's a pricey one. So it's like, we're not going to take her in if we know we can't afford it right now. So we're finally getting it hopefully taken care of. And, and she's an older dog too. So we're like a little worried, like she's 11 now. So it's like a surgery like that is, a little dangerous. So yeah, we're all hoping for the best.
Hope everything goes well, man. Keep us updated. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's just terrible. Because nowadays, like, if it's like so expensive or like something, like they're like, we're not even gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. because I know like my mother-in-law's dog, he was like 10, half 11, and his leg was broke when that whole thing that went down with him and another dog. And they said, well, we could fix him. We could fix the bone issue and help him. It's going to cost over $4,000.
Yeah.
And my dog was 3 and he got paralyzed. We had to put him down.
Oh,
Jesus.
Goodness.
Yeah, he just jumped off a bed one morning.
And just landed wrong or something?
His back plates ruptured instantly.
Jesus.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I'm always worried about my dog. She's very like athletic and shit. She's fucking. You know what she reminds me of? Crypto. 100%. Like as we're watching the movie, I'm like, honey, this is fucking Lucy. This is our dog. Like if Lucy had superpowers like Crypto, this is exactly how she would act. Yeah, I'm always worried because like I'm looking at her and I look at her face and there's the gray in her face. I'm like, oh god.
Aw.
Time is just going by.
Yeah.
All my dogs' faces are getting white now.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Age. I don't think cats do that, right? Like their hair doesn't change colors or do.
Cats suck. Oh, it does. They do.
Okay. I never really noticed it. Then again, like the one cat I had, it looked just like Puss in Boots. So we called him Boots. Like I never really noticed any change of his color when he was.
Yeah, I haven't noticed anything from ours either.
Yeah, my oldest cat, she's 16, 17.
Jesus.
Yeah, she's old, but her face has gotten gradually more gray the longer I've had her.
It's probably all the stress.
Probably.
And yeah, I'm at some point because since my hair is starting to go gray here more and more so, it's gonna happen like in the next I think year or two. It's gonna go. I feel it coming.
Grandpa.
Pretty much.
Just for men, man.
Here's the funny thing: my dad went full gray before he got into his 30s. He did. See, he had blackish hair, but it wasn't like jet black, but it was black and some brown. He went full jet black, and you could tell. Oh, okay, this is bad. Like it's like there was no like trying to no blending. No, it was bad. Like,
stands out. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like people like get some grease and just like no. And hey, hi dad, if you're watching. He watches my shit. I know he does. Fucking stalker. Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, that's a whole fucking thing.
I understood that reference.
I understand it.
I know the lore.
Oh, the lore. Hi dad. Yeah. Anyways, but yes, like I told Shelby I would never actually dye my hair. I can't do it. No, because now it's a routine. You got to keep up with. My mom does it.
Yeah.
I'm like mom, no, just don't.
Yeah.
She's like, the fact that they've created it, I'm never gonna not do it. I'm like, mom, eventually you're gonna stop dyeing your hair, and it's gonna be because I think she's been damaging her hair with how often she does it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Try what Tyler is recommending.
Embrace the gray, like
right. That's awesome.
These hashtags.
I'm in no rush, obviously. Like I hopefully have a while, but I'm kind of excited for the potential of it because my grandpa had white hair. Like my grandpa looked full Santa Claus, huge long white beard, huge white hair. So I'm like, you know what? It's kind of a look. I'm kind of when I get there, I'm kind of like, you know what? Hell yeah. I'll get a job as Santa Claus.
You could be Santa.
Yeah.
You're embracing.
I already have the hat. You know.
I'm sure wear the hat every council.
They got Santa licenses.
I think you have to pass a Santa class to be a Santa Claus.
There's licenses for it because I tried and it was like you got to have like a license. I'm like, shit, can I be an elf? Like,
can I be an elf?
You're like 6'1". Like, what are you talking about?
What are your qualifications? I've seen the movie.
I mean, I've seen him.
I know what he does.
He goes
just like,
ho ho ho.
It's like, okay, so there's this list. You have to check it twice. You know,
it's a whole for him.
Tim Allen's might try to kill you.
Fall off a roof.
You're available to work on the holidays.
Yeah.
I did play Santa when I was in college. My girlfriend did not like that.
Probably because all the people that what was on your lap.
It's our classmates, a bunch of hoes. I guess I don't know. You know, like a bad Santa 3 round there.
Did you have a midget sidekick?
No, it's my girlfriend.
Jesus.
No.
I can understand now why. I'm starting to read.
This is why you got denied to be Santa.
Oh, man.
And on that note, fellas, I am going to sleep. I got work in the morning.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up in a bit. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Fun fact: we have broken the streak. Johnny is not here.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, well, the thing was, the unfortunate part is we were pretty much packed, and the reason why, because we had the slot open if we wanted to get spun in. Here's the thing: I had 2 people scheduled that didn't show up, and I'm just waiting for them to potentially show up. I'm like, well, I don't want to, because one of them's going to get in here, hopefully. Neither showed up. I'm like, damn it. Yeah. Oh well. The streak was broken. Then again, I don't know, because I don't know how long he actually stayed on or whatever, but I know he's been tired as hell. Yeah. So
it's not too late. He has like a minute.
Come on, I texted him too. I did text him, and it looks like he set his phone up to where it's like on notifications, silence or whatever. So like he's in bed. He's probably like, done. So
he deserves a break. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I guess I'm gonna just rib the shit out of him next week for missing. You know.
How long was the streak?
Over 50, 60 episodes. Like it was consistent.
Yeah.
My wife just texted me a gif of like someone jumping in bed saying Lucy and I are waiting. So I guess her and my dog are waiting for me to be done, I guess.
Yeah.
So
probably
we're gonna go the Snyder Cut. I'm kidding. No, we're not doing that. Go 4 hours.
Let's go.
Yeah, no.
Episode 100.
Oh, that is that is from 8 to midnight. Yeah, so
yeah.
Thankfully, because Johnny was the one funny enough to told me, he's like, I said, yeah, I want to think of maybe doing like a 4 hour, but I don't know because I don't know if I want to stay up till 1 a.m. He's like, just start an hour earlier. I'm like, oh, that's smart. That's harder than I was thinking. Like, oh, okay, that works. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Probably a nightmare at the same time, but whatever, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Yeah. All right, let's call it. This was fun, guys. All right, we're gonna the line, see where we can find everybody. Phil.
There, everywhere. Vero, Threads, Instagram, Blue Sky, YouTube. You know, yeah. If you guys really want to know how I feel about Superman, my spoiler review's up there.
It is up there. It's spoilery. I did watch I watched the whole thing at work. I probably shouldn't have done it at work, but I did.
I'm going to it now.
Yeah, Ronan.
You can find me at Ronan Jane on YouTube, on all the socials. I've dropped my review as well of Superman, and I also dropped an interview I did with the creator of Minky Woodcock, the girl called Cthulhu. It's a comic book. I had a blast doing that, and hopefully it's the first of many.
Epic, man. Yeah, I saw it. It was really cool. Welcome, man. One half of Was It Good Though podcast. Find you.
This is the one half of the Was It Good Though pod. You can find us on YouTube, Apple, Spotify each and every Tuesday.
Perfect. Draven.
You know her.
You know. Or if you don't, then whatever. Darren.
You can find me at Darren Sanctuary. I stream every Monday and Thursday. Check me out over there.
Perfect. And Jacob, our director.
A movie store, clearly.
Yeah, right there. Jacob
Other
Hubbard.
side.
No.
What? Jacob Hubbard on YouTube, where I do movie reviews, where my Superman review is already up, and I have my short film dropping next Friday, and I'll advertise the shit out of it. Woo.
I'm gonna react to it, and are you in the movie?
For 2 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna boo those 2 seconds. But
is Catherine Newton in the movie?
Ooh,
no! Why does everyone ask that?
After credit scene?
Damn it!
After credit scene.
Everyone
Not too late, buddy. Film something. Come on.
Yeah, after credit scene. Come on, man. They shot. Remember, they shot the Avengers after credit scene after the premiere, and got it in the movie last second. Come on,
Shawarma man.
Catherine Newton will return. That's it.
The Shawarma returns.
I love that.
That's pretty good.
That's funny. All right, we will see you guys next week with episode 97. Closer to episode 100. Yeah. See you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.